Yo! Welcome in, all you fine slayers. There we go. Got my music up on the right volume on my end, so I can hear it to rock out, but not too much to blast out my own microphone. Shout out to all the first in here notification gang, Smolps, Colder, Trash, T-Dub, Quacks, Marco, what's up, what's up? Welcome in everybody, Wicked Ball, on both sides there, yeah. What am I doing? Let's see, Lost City, probably a good place to farm, right? Sarcasm. I'll just do some pits here. There was some, it's like Stony Field coming up or something. Not some great place, but you know. Gonna kind of rock similar to other days, how I have it with Split MF open for a couple other people to join in. So this is the game name right here, if you can zoom in and look at that. And the password is VV. V, so the letter V twice. The letter V twice. KC dropping totes. What is going on? Welcome in, welcome in. Blasting down here in the hits. You know what I should do actually? Let me jump back to town real quick. I do have a gold wrap for a little extra magic find. And the belt, I don't need. I found a T-Goddess the other day. I threw it on because I was using Death Sesh since the playthrough and I just kind of forgot about it. But yeah. This guy. Yep. Little does he know this is absolutely pre-recorded. Not live. Not live. Degenerate, yo!
Getting windy in here. Let's go.
Ooh. Thank you so much for the 2 months, Degenerate. Appreciate you for supporting the channel. Speaking of windy, there was some storms that rolled through here in Michigan. It kind of missed me where I'm at. It was just kind of a luck of the draw, fluky thing. Like, it rained real hard and was super windy for like 20 minutes. But there was like tornado sirens I could hear in the distance from other like areas over and stuff, and there was supposedly like up to 80-mile-an-hour gusts and stuff, but none of that got to us. It was maybe like 40 at most, like gusts. Like the big red blobs on the Weather Channel looking, you know, just completely disintegrated that were coming at us and missed us. So that's kind of cool. Text cut said he had the sirens going off there. Yeah, I walked outside. I was like, ooh, look at the storm coming. I'm gonna go up to the gas station and get some gas for the generator in case power goes out or something. And I could hear a tornado siren or whatever going off, like in the really far distance. So yeah. Had some thunderstorms, says Quacks. Yeah, there's quite the line. From what I feel, I didn't watch the entire United States Weather Service, of course. But from what I hear, it was a pretty sizable thing that, like, across, like, the entire, like, Midwest and, like, East Coast and stuff, it kind of rolled through over the day/night last night. So, hopefully it never got too bad where anybody was at. Hopefully. Heard some hail talk from some people. Like people on here, so it's people over in like different states and stuff, but that they had gotten hail and, you know, some really high winds and stuff. So let's go up here. Let's re-battle order up. We'll play it safe for today. Today we'll play like we're hardcore players. Super safe. Derek Chin, yo, welcome in. Wicked said they had some snow and ice. Ooh, another Geets, man. These things have been popping off. Geets have been popping off lately. My goodness. Let me grab that. Oh yeah, of course I have to go back to town first, huh? So I need to do oh, what am I doing? Oh my gosh. I meant to put this up. What is this doing here? Did I run out of room? Guess I kind of did or something. But yeah. Alright, let's see what we get on this one, huh? Another Geeds. These things have been falling everywhere. Okay, ooh. Isn't that one off a perfect on the gold find? One off a perfect on the vendor price. 34 is not bad on the MF, so that's a good geeds right there. Good geeds. Yeah, I usually don't find this many. It's just kind of luck of the draw here, of course. Go ahead and I'll hop to the next one here. By the way, doing what I did most other days. I see some people starting to filter in here. Just kind of a 3-person split MF. First come, first serve, whoever would want to join. If you're around and available, that is, of course. I know a lot of people are at work and such, but yeah, so we'll keep that one, actually. That's the best one I found, I think. The MF is a couple less. That one's a 55, 59, 14, 34. Sure, 38. And whatever. They're all pretty similar with the numbers, just shifted around ever so slightly, so. I do need to, I'm gonna have to gamble here in a second. I got almost full gold everywhere. So the game name is GGYY78. The password is VV. If anybody's around, interested and available, wants to hop in here and have a kind of a 3-man split MF type of situation. Atanis, welcome in. Home Sparrow. Speaking of legends rolling in. So it begins. Definitely gonna, on the treadmill today, we're gonna do a little bit less than normal. Only gonna do about an hour. Even though it was freaking cold out today, it was like in the 70s yesterday. Now it's barely hitting in 40 today. Good old Michigan, thank you. But I had to get these bushes trimmed because every day it was warm. It's like raining, and then it's freezing cold. I'm like, I'll do it the next time it's a warm day, and I need to trim this. I probably should have trimmed it like 2 weeks ago, before it got the little like buds on it or whatever. Before it starts doing its spring growth or whatever. It's okay after it just barely started now, but I was like, I don't want to wait any longer, so I just went out there and took care of that this morning. So it's always something, isn't it? It's always something. What for Wolf said? Oh, I'm just using a Jalal's main. Nothing crazy special. Just a classic right there, right? Parkatoon in the game. No, it's all right. It's not that big a deal. For farming down here, for finding Tyrell's Might anyways, the player's count really doesn't matter for finding Tyrell's Might in the pits unterrorized like this. It would just be ever so slightly more runeward bases and stuff like that, so.
Happy to finally be back to catch a stream. Here is an additional plus 25% MF for the Tyrell's find.
Oh! Fear Production, thank you for the 14 months of Twitch Prime sub. Man, 14 months of taking money from Jeff Bezos. I love it. Love to hear it. Appreciate you. Thank you for the generosity of thieving money from a billionaire and giving it to a broke streamer in need. Like a true Robin Hood that you are, Fear. Appreciate you. Morning, Governor. Good quacks. Top of the morning to you. Jarsky says he has a feeling Tyrell's Might today. That's crazy. It's actually the first time. It might seem like that's something people say a lot, but actually that's the first time somebody has said that. So you know what? I got a feeling you're right. I hope you're right. I'm hoping. I pray to Charcy and Akara, please. Team-mite me. Let's hop to GGYY79. The password is the letter V twice, so V and V. If anyone wants to join for a 3-player split MF. Bobcat, smash that like button, you punks, he says. Yeah, make sure you hit that like button, huh? Good call on that one. Gold Magic Finds, always good forward. Always good forward. Bobcat. Lem swinging. I don't know what that means. I get it's got to be a good thing though, right? I promised a Burroon from Charcy. No, Charcy promised you a Burroon. If she don't give you one, you got to take it up with her. All right. She promised. It's just a fact, you know. It's just how. That's what happens. All these weak monsters. Why not? We'll stomp them and take some out. Maybe we'll get lucky. Every once in a while, I'll get a Vex or a Ist or something from a pack like that. Every once in a while. Oh, which way do I go? Hello, Muskie. Oops. What can a Wind Druid do smoothly? Generally, I prefer just players 3, no more than that. So it works. The build works pretty good. You can kill players 8, but if you're in full, if you're in a full P8 game, like in the Chaos Sanctuary, and there's like Hammerdins and Foe Pallies and stuff like that, and Blizzard Sorceresses, you essentially can't kill stuff as fast as they can. So comfortably is obviously an opinion, but yeah, I would say I pretty much only do Wind Druid at players 3 or 1, I guess, but usually like 3 is where I like to fall it at, I guess, if I ever want to up the players count. Kurlask, welcome in. Is MF more valuable than stacking damage or clear speed? Not really. For the average person, not really. Ooh, telling you beads, interesting. I feel, do people use these anymore? I feel like now with everybody knowing how cast amulets work, and I feel like people don't really ever use that. It's more like, it's actually rarer than it should be, probably, than it actually is used. It's only 1 to a skill, so yeah, I don't think so. Just had to talk myself out of it. Wishful thinking to try to find something early on. So yeah, I would concentrate, like, don't take off like a 2 to plus skills amulet so you can put on like a 30 MF amulet, you know what I mean, like that. Or like if you have an amulet like this, 2 to druid mana, cast rate, but it'd be for your build, of course. But then you had another amulet that was like, you know, 32 to magic find with nothing else on it. You're like, oh wow, don't try to get more magic find that way. Like if I had the choice, I threw this on right now because it has magic find just to help out with what I'm doing. If I had an Arachnid's Mesh with the plus skill and CR, the other stuff that's on it, I would absolutely 10 out of 10 times have the Arachnid's Mesh rather than this, but I just haven't got one yet. So where are we at here? Sweet spot, it's all relative. I mean, pretty much it's not too hard to get over, you know, 150 on an end game build, no matter what you do with it, pretty much. So pretty much if you have something like that and you have like a bunch of great gear and a great build, over 150, usually 200, 250, you'll be fine. So Danger Owl going pretty good, I suppose, just slaying some demons. The use, you know, just on ladder instead of single player. Bobcast is clear speed above all, for the most part. As long as it's not like I clear 1% faster and I go from having 350 magic find down to 0, you know. I wouldn't do that, but you know, essentially what you're saying, yeah. If MF mattered, everyone would be doing the MF Easter egg. No, that MF Easter egg is useless. It's literally pointless. Because I don't know if you've ever done it or seen someone try to do it. That MF Easter egg takes like forever to do, to try to lure over the souls near each other to be able to do that. It's like, it takes forever. It's like, it's an Easter egg. It's kind of funny and stuff, but you can't actually like use it like for efficiency's sake of any kind. Magic find definitely matters if you're hunting uniques and stuff. Save and exit. We'll go over to 80. Quackson only caught the teaser, didn't catch the gear show video. Okay. Yeah, I don't remember if I've done like a super recent like go over the full gear video, but The pass is the letter V twice, so VV. Chicho, welcome in. What's your druid worth? What's it worth? I don't know what you mean by that. Like, if I traded everything away, how many high runes could I get for it or something like that? So I'm not 100% sure what you're asking. If it's that, I don't know. I could probably get to probably like 6 or 8. I don't know, maybe something like that, or 10. I'm not great at valuing stuff either, so because my Heart of the Oak rolled 39, is one off a perfect. My Call to Arms rolled 5/5, so it's like those are both one off perfect, so I got lucky on those rolls. They were worth more than the runes I put in it, but I don't know exactly how much, so yeah. No, not is. I'm talking like high runes. Like I could probably get like burr runes, probably 4 to 6 burr runes, I guess I would say. Probably the 4, to be honest. Because my some of the other stuff low. Druid torch is worthless. You know how it goes. But I mean, that don't matter. I'm not going to trade this stuff probably ever. I'll just give it away eventually if I don't want to use it anymore. Chicho says bong time. Enjoy. Enjoy. Yeah, Marty Marapiro saying a waste of time for a 10-minute act boss run. Someone else says you can instantly do the souls trick. It takes absolutely no time to do. Okay, well, I disagree, and I think that's wrong. But you know, each their own. I guess if you say you can do it with no time to do it. Okay. Extra druid torch? Yeah, I got one over here. They're just, druid torches aren't worth anything because so few, supply and demand, right? So few people play druids. That's what I was kind of mentioning, I guess. That's what I was trying to mention anyways. 250 MF, I mean, that's fine. If you build your build and you're to kill really good, and then you fall in pretty much anything over like pretty much 100, but 150, 200 magic find, anything over that, you're fine. And that's also too is if you really want to find unique items, essentially. Some people don't even care as much about finding unique items because they'd rather just like strictly kill speed and for rune word bases and runes and stuff. Like that's all they care about. They don't care about finding unique items really. So can I hit him? Is he missing? Miss. Yeah, walking on the treadmill, Chicho. I've had this thing for like 4 months now. You didn't notice I'm walking every single stream? Been hitting that bong too much, maybe. I'm just giving you a hard time, but yeah, I'm walking on the treadmill. D2 Reimagine? No, all the D2 mods are really bad, so I don't play them. They all go way too far. They all change everything in the game, and it's not really Diablo 2 anymore. A lot of people love them though, so by all means, if you want to play it, enjoy. The main thing, I hope everybody enjoys the things they're doing in their life. But yeah, I don't like them at all for the reasons I stated. We can grab that. Definitely going to help if you want to find those uniques, says Small. So MF's definitely going to help for sure. Yeah, sometimes it's obviously hard to preface every single comment you ever make type of situation, but I probably need to sometimes specify the amount of magic find I prefer because I want to find uniques more so. You know what I mean?
Let's go.
But yeah, it's impossible to like specify everything you'd want on every single type of play style for what to prioritize type of situation. Over the next game there, we got what do you got? Trash. Oh, 5 gifted. Now your chaps. Thank you so much, Trash. Cheers with the coffee to that one. Thank you so much, Trash, once again, for being an absolute legend. How much magic find do I have, Rudolph? It's like 230 or something like that right now. Hello, I think. Well, the mosaic, it is ever bright. Pretty sure my PC started chugging. Yeah, mosaic is something else for sure. Mosaic is something else. If you want to play a build that is a lot like playing Diablo 4, that's mosaic for you. Not my cup of tea, but like I said before, to each their own. Hopefully everybody's enjoying their game playing and stuff. Whatever they like to play. How do I get the like button, Corey? You know about the like button. You know. War Wizard saying 350, something like that. Most magic find you really ever need, yeah. There's probably only like 2 builds in the whole game I ever get more than that. And they're super specific, like not for general farming builds. It's like the Pit Zerker, where you stack like 700 P1 strictly for Holy Grailing, and then like a TZ Andy and Meph only farmer. You can do other stuff with the build too, but yeah. Charcy has no burr rune for you. That sneaky bugger. If you hit the like button, you're supposed to get one from Charcy, yeah. You gotta take it up with her if she don't give you one. It's not my fault. Can you kill cows? I can. Yeah, I can do cows with this. I could do, like I said, I can clear anything on players 8 even with this, but it's just, you know, you gotta shoot so many Nados to take them out. It's not fun in my opinion. And I don't know if it's fast enough to be properly efficient enough to be better than just running P3. Maybe not. I would lean towards it's probably less efficient because you kill so slow on P8, but then it is P3. But also I like it less too, so how efficient it is doesn't matter. I never want to play a game if it's less fun to do, you know, or play in a way that's less fun to do. Anyone say anything about PoE 2? I know nothing about it, so zero interest in Path of Exile at all. And now if we're talking about Final Fantasy VIII for PS1, on the other hand, then we might have a conversation to be talking about. But Boser saying referring to getting more magic find. Just loves identifying rares and stuff. Well, in that case, yeah, maybe you might want to have more magic find, huh? Let's see, rare stuff. I forget if rare was in a straight line or not. I know blue magic stuff is. I forget if rare is like a diminishing return curve or if it's a linear curve. Well, I guess linear isn't a curve, but a linear progression of how many you find based on magic find. I can't remember because I never pay attention to that part. Ooh, fire poison. Just the 2. I bet I'd hit recovery maybe. I don't know, those are pretty good. Poison fire, not sure if that would be, they're not like worth a lot. I'm just talking if it's something that nowadays anybody would need to use, or if everyone would have better than that by now. It is quite a bit in the ladder. Everyone's probably got better than that by now. Top to 82. Yeah, just make, yeah, if you ever spell things wrong, just make your own words. That's you don't know how to spell. Hashtag facts. Ailo saying going back to Blizzorg, Singer Barb, Javazon. Gotcha. Yeah, I probably like most of those. I'm not a big Mosaic fan just from how busted it is personally. That's just my own, that's just strictly opinion there. Rares also are in diminishing return. Appreciate you, Home Sparrow. Yeah, I didn't remember if that was true or not. Couple Razor Tails. Percy suing Phil for slander. No way. She would never. A Grail started Grail with Mosaic, Home Sparrow says. Stop playing because you thought it was boring. Just exploding everything. Where are we at here? 27 minutes already I've been on. Jeez. I'm not gonna be walking very long today. Limiting it to an hour today. With like the other day I walked for like 2.5 hours and I did like an hour on the Stairmaster at the gym, the stair climber. I was dying. A little bit overdid a little too much, so I don't want to. Plus I did some yard work this morning. Not too much, but just a little bit, so I feel like I've been maybe overdoing it a little bit on this, just doing this one specific thing so much. Jogging and playing? No. The thing too is this treadmill only goes up to 3.8, so that's like I guess I could jog at that speed, but that's pretty much just like a really fast walk. Like that's not even jogging. So how do you kill D-Clone with this character? Funny you should ask. About 2 videos ago I put out a little, actually in the Drop Alley video I did for the first half of the season, or the first week, I put a clip in there of me killing D-Clone pretty easily to get my Annie. D-Clone's actually incredibly, once you figure out, or once you learn I should say, super basic, like a super easy mechanic that works every time. It's actually quite easy to kill D-Clone with just about any character, any build. OG Durrell, appreciate you. The show does a poppin'. It's a camera glitch actually. It's not really. They're huge. No, camera. It's a camera glitch, guys. It's not big. Up here, is there any room? Well, there's a little group up here, I guess. Just got a F. Bonehue says Corey F. Nice. It's more of a good on the Merc. Kinda, but I mean, I'd still almost all the other time. I'd rather have Infinity or probably an Insight on a lot of stuff. It's kind of like a for show type of Merc weapon, so it's not bad for a mercenary, but then it doesn't have any extra aura on the pole arm to help you out. So, but then you're shooting them bone spears out, and it looks hilarious. So, it's more of just a force. Like it's kind of good, but not better than like Infinity. And yeah, kind of for the lulls, I guess you could say. Rain. If someone asked about rain in here in the game, I've never made rain in my entire life, so that's like the armor for the druid, right? I would rather, if you're some kind of melee character, make a treachery, or if you're or something like that, or if you're a caster, I'd probably just use stealth over it, to be honest, or Viper Magi. 230, yeah, about 230, yeah. I haven't weighed myself in a couple weeks or something like that, so I hurt my neck yawning the other. I tried to say that it's true. I'm not laughing because I'm making it up, but I laugh because it's so ridiculous. So I hurt my neck yawning about 10 days ago, and I haven't worked out in a minute. Besides walking, I mean. So, gosh dang it! Can't believe I hurt myself yawning. I was out for 10 days. Corey said he even took D-Clone out with a Summon Necro. Yeah, Summon Necro. Usually, you don't have to necessarily exclusively, but usually people will go get those Udars or whatever, the giant dudes with the hammers. And they got so much crushing blow, they can chop out D-Clone in like 30, like not even 30 seconds, like 10 seconds. Udar, or Urders, or Udars, or they're called Maulers in one area, I think. Whatever they're called in whatever area they're called it, whatever. Sneezed, hurt your back for 2 weeks. I guess I have done that before, but when I did, it was just like I pulled a muscle. It wasn't like I hurt my spine or anything. I can remember doing that when I was younger. But yeah, I'm hoping it gets all healed up here pretty soon, because like, I don't know if you ever see me doing that when I'm streaming. If I hold my hand straight out to the side and I bend my wrist back, my finger gets tingly, which I kind of looked up to kind of in what it is, but it's just like, I just need to, SOJ guaranteed for sure. I just need the swelling. I can still feel it over here a little bit from when I yawned wrong the other day. So it might not be fully related to, but it could, because Ravenfrost, nice. When I looked up what it most likely is, there's like someone probably, because obviously if you have enough people in chat, there's somebody that knows everything. What's it called? Koopel? What's the word I'm thinking of? Koopel tunnel. So in other words, it's kind of like carpal tunnel, but it's your elbow. It comes from your elbow. So it feels like when I go like this, it feels like I almost hit my funny bone. It's almost gone though. It's not nearly as bad as it used to be. But it could be from resting my elbows on my chair and my desk when I'm either walking or sitting on the, you know. So it could be from a lot of different things. I don't know, you know. But I'm gonna wait. I'm not really one to go to the doctor instantly for just one little ache or something. It'll probably go away when my neck starts feeling better in a couple more days. Because it's almost gone now, really, to be honest. If I stretch in the morning or something, it's pretty much gone for, so yeah. Elbow nerve thing, yeah. So that's kind of what I was getting at, yeah. It's called, I forget, I'm probably not pronouncing it right, but it's like C-U-P-A-L. It's probably like Stupeo or something, tunnel syndrome. So, but yeah. I'm hoping it'll just go away when the swelling from my neck goes down, or maybe, you know, I don't know. It'll go away. Marty saying magic's the only item type that grows linearly. Gotcha. Grimwand. This was, is this Ooms? Ooms. Legendary. No. Tennis elbow. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the technical or untechnical name you want to throw on, whatever, but another, it's either a yawning, I'm either having a yawning condition, it's either a yawning injury or a video gaming injury, one of the two. Can't tell which one. One of those two things. Oh, there you are. Where are you going? Get back here. Teleport. All right, let's hop to 84. I didn't really look around too good at those weapons. Here. What did I do with my bottle of water? Oh no, I left it upstairs. I'm 80% thirsty. There was a small charm there? Yeah, well. Oh. Did your neck get swollen from the yawning? Well, I just mean like the neck injury I had from yawning. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Old people, come on. You guys know what it's like to be old? Come on. You know, you push the button on the remote control wrong. All of a sudden you're like, oh, my hand. Great, I'm out for the count. So here, I'm gonna run upstairs, grab my bottle of water. I forgot it on accident. Just 30 seconds. I'm back. a tennis 1400 trap runs. Bunch of runes there, huh? Nice, nice. Happy for you. Switch QC maybe. Job rune and chaos just now. Nice. Love when people get lucky. Yeah, let's give these real quick. 45 life skill are pretty much guaranteed. By that I mean 16 to mana. That's what I meant to say. Race welcome in, and Craig Hack, yo yo yo. Should I buy Diablo 2? Of course. Home Sparrow, where did he go? Oh, it's, yeah, stony field out here, huh? There we go, right? One to war cries? Not me. Want my Burrow and have to push the like button. Yeah, true story. I definitely did not just make that up either. You really do get a Burrow. Red trifecta. I didn't really. Red bottle, red shirt. Yeah, you know. I didn't want to lose it, so I got a bright color red, huh? Oh, cold and physical. That's what a chump. Can't believe this guy. Should be illegal. Ah, I didn't know you were out here too. I'll leave the Terror Zone to you on the next run. My apologies. I didn't know you're out here farming at Gus. I'll just hop back to the pits. No big deal. No. I insist. You can. I'll make the next game right after the area is clear, and you can have it. I insist. Any LK experts in chat? You're too weak. All right, I'll take it. I'll take it after this run then, I guess. I mean, I guess I am. I don't know. See if I can answer it for you. Go ahead and shoot. I'll try to catch her. Catch the question. Jay saying LOL CS COD. Call of Duty. So you're saying people will say any game that doesn't have some massive player basis is just dead? Yeah, kinda. And it's like online player base too. If you know, for D2. Ooh, really? Hold up. I was that kind of just dropped out of nowhere. This isn't tricking me, right? Oh, it is. Let's go. I was like, wait a second. This isn't a demon head, right? This is a demon head. But of course, there's no unique for the demon head. Not ethereal, so still in my life, I've never found an ethereal Andar's Visage. But hey, off of a random white monster in a Terror Zone, we'll take it. We take that. Wait, 25 strength. I feel like that's a bad roll, but that's okay. Still sick. Dun 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 dun. Nailed it. So maybe we'll have to min-max our mercenary a little bit better here. Bulwark or Andar's Visage? Have to rally it. All right, we'll hop to the next one here. I think that was pretty clear. I almost left before that even dropped too. How many so you mean runs per high rune? I don't know the literal exact number, but it's somewhere around 1 in like 500 runs. But with that being said, you could go 1,000. I've gone 1,000 runs without finding one before. I found like 4 or 5 in 200 runs before, so you know that's how averages work. Maybe it's 1 in 450 or 430 or 470, but the number that I always heard was 1 in 500. And when I actually heard or slash found out what the actual literal exact number was, it was pretty close to 1 in 500. I remember. How many steps today? I'm not sure. I guess I could look. I don't really worry too much. I just go with this just to have some movement instead of just sitting completely still for hours on end while I'm playing video games, you know. I usually look when I'm about done at how many miles I went or something. What's going on here? Oh yeah. Probably want to go ahead and get my hurricane going, huh? Come on. Shadow Discipline's interesting. Herder's weapon is a chain binded demon head body. I guess I never really looked that closely at it. What it actually was, that giant club or whatever. Sometimes I wonder the way stuff looks in D2R, if it was always supposed to look like that, but it just didn't because the graphics were so bad, or if they added that in. Because there is some stuff that they literally just, I don't know about character models necessarily, but you'll look at some areas and they added in like, there was just a rock in old D2 and they added in like a dead corpse, like strewn out, bleeding all over the rock or something to make it look better, I guess. There's a few instances like that anyways. Andy's best in slot for Merc. For several Merc setups, yeah, Andy's is kind of the biz. Several of the Act 2 Mercenaries. Let's see, Degenerate saying, yeah, I would definitely, pretty much for me, it's impossible to say unless you're literally doing like 50,000 runs. Then you could be like, well, statistically, it seems here I got a bad map seed or whatever. But no human's gonna really do that many. So pretty much, the one time I did 1,000 runs and got no attack rate max and whatever, I don't want to feel like dealing with it. The one time I did 1,000 LK runs and got no high runes, I redid my map seed and I re-rolled to get a, I just kept rolling and rolling and rolling until I got another one that was a good setup. And then I got like 3 high runes in the next 1,000 runs or something, or maybe even more than that. I think I actually got like 5 or 6 mid runes, like ists and stuff, and then a few different high runes. So, all right, Muskie, no problem. Peace out. Enjoy your day. Come on, Hurricane. Take him out. One eternity later. All right, let's go ahead and hop Superior Diamond. I don't know. I'll look at it, I guess. Whatever. I don't know if that base anybody really even care about. Number 6. Yeah, Marty, the thing with that is, though, unless you actually know what you're doing, like unless you specifically have the one map seed that the people figured out that one time, it's really, I would find it very hard to believe, unless there was instances that you would be able to like discover that on your own. Like there's been one time that one person figured out one map seed to where there's one time that you can go to a waypoint and then come back, and that from that one chest you can get a burr rune. Like the odds that one person in 25 years has accidentally discovered that, I would find it hard to believe that anybody would be able to ever do anything like that ever again. Maybe maybe people could run simulations or something and figure it out, but for a normal person to like do that, I would find it very, especially not knowing what map seed you're on and all this kind of malarkey, seems like crazy. Am I right? Well, no, I know you can do it on every map seed, but like, I mean, that's like saying you can slam dunk with any limb on your body. Like, yes, technically, but like, you can't. I can't. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just because somebody did something and you technically could do it doesn't mean that you can, right? I love that analogy also. I don't know where I thought of that. Slam dunk with any limb on your body. That's so stupid. Oh, the S tier right there. I love that. I love that analogy I just used. Imagine jumping off of your feet, flipping around and putting the ball between your feet, and then dunking that. Somebody could do it. Levi, smoke him in. Somebody. I was trying to think of something highly unlikely, but still actually possible. You get what I'm saying. John, welcome in. Yo, yo, yo. So I'm just kind of rocking a 3-player split MF. If anybody wants to join up, GGYY86. So it is VV. So the letter V twice. Yeah, I don't have all these random bot commands set up that you guys are spamming there on Twitch. So Jacob C says instantly made him think of the no-handed push-up in Tenacious D. Exactly. Somebody can do it, but it's not you. Tenacious D. What a great movie, The Pick of Destiny. I know, of course, they have the song and stuff, but I always think about the movie, even though they're initially known for the music, right? Let's go to 87. Drink some more water. Almost an hour, almost coming around in an hour. Degenerate said he thinks he had bad luck 5K run so far. Had about 1 in 500 average until he changed maps, huh? Yeah, it's possible. Yeah. Just the way the odds go, if you think it's like 1 in 500 runs of finding a high rune, really getting half as good of drops is probably not, like, that probably happens a lot, in fact. Like 50% worse drops than what you should get probably happens with a lot of things all the time. Like for instance, good old Hyperion Spear, Ariax Needle. When I ran Andarl and Mephisto for 1,000 runs to try to get a Shaco, I got no Shaco. I did another 800 runs of Andy, Hell Andy. These are all hell difficulty. So a total of 1,800 Andy runs, got no Shaco, and 800 Mephisto runs, no Shaco. I was like, okay, well, I'm done. Forget about it. End up getting one off of Diablo later, but got a Vex from a log. That's kind of neat. I never get any high runes out of any of that kind of stuff usually, so. Ham wants to know my exact income. Well, I do this full time, I'll just say that. Oh, I need some Terror Zone amulets, actually. I should start grabbing those, I keep forgetting. I guess I didn't even ID that. One to Druid. Nice. It seemed like I cleared this terror zone so fast. Tried to join the game, but it showed it was full. Yeah, I only got it set up for 3 people. Sorry if anyone tried to join up. I just got it set up for a P3 split MF type of game. Because the Wind Druid, I don't like playing it over players 3. Because it's just not as strong as like Blizzard Sork, Hammered In, etc, 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 etc. Hard not having a loot filter? Yeah, it can be. You kind of got to run around, pick up the gold, zoom in, zoom out. If I was starting a Holy Grail or a single player today, I would absolutely get a loot filter, to be honest. I just don't get one now because I'm never going to do LK again anytime soon. And also, I only need 1 item, so. Jacob says no loot filter. I always assume I'm missing stuff. Sometimes I feel like that ever so slightly when I run like TZ Andy or something. Every once in a while. But 4 shekels in 3 days, Frankenberry says. Yeah, I've had things like that happen too, but I've also had where, like the situation I said before. I found 3 Meng songs. I think it was actually in the same day, actually. I found 2 Meng songs on back-to-back runs in the pits, and I think it was like 40 or 50 runs later in the pits I found another one. I think it was maybe the next day, actually. Might have been the same day. Can't remember. Like an hour later, maybe. Can't say for sure. You know how my memory is sometimes. Maybe. Oh yeah, Ham, yeah. Full time. I've been doing full time for like since about 2 months after D2R came out. I've been doing D2R full time. Anyone can join up if they want to go run Pindle, Eldritch and Shank, stuff like that. It's Cast Sanctuary, whatever you want to do. GGYY88. Password is VV. If anyone's interested. No big deal if you're not. If no one's available. Jacob says I'm definitely considering the single player light. Yeah, I really like the single player, just being able to well, small thing, pause. There's so many. I always forget to list like 30 different things that are good about single player, but just being able to pause it, hit exit, it's paused, you know, anytime you want to. Unlimited free respecs on PC anytime you want to, as many times as you want to. Unlimited character slots. You can do loot filters without, even though I feel like there's not much risk of getting in trouble online. There technically it is against the terms of service to use any loot filters or anything like that online. And I'll find single player, you can do whatever you want. There's just like a million different, I couldn't even think of all the reasons that single player is awesome. Hard to even list. Only 11 likes. No, Jacob, it's got to be higher than that. But so it doesn't update the likes after you join the stream. So if you hit the refresh button on your browser, it'll, or whatever, or refresh the stream, it'll come up with the real number, the real likes. Mutu said he likes watching the online stuff more. Okay, yeah, everyone's got their own opinion on that. So I definitely go back and forth to do a little bit of both. So is what it is. I know a lot of people say they like watching hardcore. A lot of people like this. A lot of people like that. So all differing opinions in the world, right? Many miles there, Colo. Yeah, we're working on it. Oh, okay, nice. Someone pulled an SOJ. Congratulations. Sweetest Phil, what's going on? Oh, I didn't see you say that up there, Mutu. What's going on? Xcut says streams only got 10 likes, bro. Maybe. Ooh, I'm about to call it quits on the treadmill here, though. Never found an SOJ before. I don't know if I'm in the way of it or not. Congrats on that. Sinkus likes watching the hardcore. Yeah, a lot of people say that kind of stuff. I hate playing it though, so it's like I always wonder if I should just be a jobber and play hardcore because people want to watch it, or if I should play what I actually like to do. You know, it's always a fine line. Always a fine line. Play a video game that is super boring to try to make more money, or do what you want to do. That's why I usually end up playing more single player and I don't play hardcore. Nobody would watch me being miserable playing hardcore. People would. Some people would watch. Oh man. All right, I think this is pretty much wrapped up. Let me jump to 89 and I'm gonna pull out this treadmill here because I am, let's see, I'm not walking very fast. Let's see how far I went here. 56 minutes. I know we went not very far, just under 2 miles. Just under 2 miles. Nothing crazy. Give me a quick second. I'm gonna bring my chair back in and move this out of the way super quick. Oh, no wonder I'm so hot. I forgot to turn a fan on. My gosh. That's why I'm dying. I'm dying here. Ooh. There we go. You know, people always ask about it. So I had, in order, because I'm so tall, my standing desk doesn't go high enough to work with the treadmill. Actually, I had to raise up my standing desk, which in turn made it so the lowest setting on the standing desk wasn't low enough for my chair. So I had to raise my standing desk up like 3.5 inches or so to work with the treadmill. So now I have to put a 3/4 inch sheet of plywood under my chair so it's high enough to work with the standing desk. So it's crazy when you sit down after walking like that. Like it feels like the whole world changed. Like I got a whole new perspective on everything. Hold on. Hold up. What am I doing? Yeah, let me try to catch back up here. Sit on a milk crate. Yeah, I gotta have a booster seat. Demon Crystal, old D2 player here. Mage Blade, okay. K Higgins, I think. Can D2R be set to legacy window? Legacy, so like windowed mode, like the little square? I mean, you can do this, but you can't like make a little window on your monitors, you know, like the little 800 by 600. I don't think you can do that in D2R. There could be, I mean, anyone could make a mod to do like anything, but I've never heard of anything like that, and I don't know why somebody would necessarily. Hopefully that answered your question. I think. John Poole says he likes online, but doesn't like playing over Wi-Fi on the Switch, you say, huh? Okay, so yeah, it gives you some lag struggles or something, I'm assuming is what you mean. Just buy the wheels. Why would I buy wheels when I don't have to buy anything? I looked at the wheels and they were like super expensive. Super expensive. Like the wheels on Amazon were like this, almost as much as the chair cost or something ridiculous like that. Something ridiculous trash. $10. Nah, I don't know about that. Marty says run in windowed mode, question mark. Yeah, that's got, I wasn't sure 100% what he was asking, but yeah, I assume that's what he's talking about. I mean, you can, I don't know why you'd want it a little square to play on though. Like, do you actually want a little square, or do you want just like your mouse? Like right now my mouse is going off onto my other monitor. Like you can unattach the mouse so it can go off onto a second monitor or something, or unlock it, I guess it's called. But yeah, Trash says I do it for multi instances. Talking about doing it for windowed mode, Trash? You have like multiple like windows on your one monitor of multiple D2R instances. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know nothing about that, I guess. All right, hop to 90. Interesting. Race talking about hardcore, you would just, it's the same thing, you just move a lot slower. Yeah, I mean, that's essentially exactly what it would be, right? The same thing, same game, you do everything the same, you just would play much, much, much slower. That's how much these are again, we're pulling them up. Well, they're not as much as I thought they were. Not as much as I thought they were. Maybe I will buy these. Prime Spring Deals. There's one set for only 15 bucks. I could do that. I wonder how to know which ones I would get though. Why would that be it? But yeah. So we do, I just have it set for 3 people. There is one more open spot. If anyone wants to join us, game name is right here. Password is the letter V twice. If anyone wants to join. I wasn't paying attention. I don't even know if I got, well, I guess he would have been right there. Rockin' issue. John talking about on his Switch, plays away from home, so he's not on Wi-Fi. Gotcha. Much. Gotcha. Does anyone know offhand? I was just thinking, maybe one of you guys know this. Andaro's Visage, what like item level is that? Or what or what am I thinking of? Yeah, like what level item is that? I guess out here it doesn't really matter. Any item could drop off of anything because they're all 94 and higher, so they're all much high enough. Parked my tune in there for you. I mean, I guess I appreciate it. It's not that big a deal though. Not that big a deal at all. Appreciate you though. 83 question mark? Sounds right. Maybe. See, I'm pretty sure it can drop off of like regular Mephisto, so I know it's not like the highest, but it seems like I just never find it. Not literally never, but I don't find very many of them. Honestly, in my lifetime, I've probably found the same number of Mangsong's lessons as I have Andaro's Visages. Where's my bird? It's on the way. You gotta talk to Charcy about it. Gotta talk to Charcy. Actually, let me look here. Where do we actually fall here on the likes right now? 111 likes there on YouTube. Appreciate you. Legends. Everybody wants that Burroon from Charcy. Dank said he finds tons of them. Just tons of them. Yeah, maybe it's more that I found so many Mengsong's lessons. Maybe it's that. It's another one of those I never have found an ethereal Andes before. Okay. Hit 91. Marty said he thought it was the same as Griffin's. Could be. Yeah, Griffin's another one of those ones that's not as high as I thought than I thought before. Griffin's another one of those that's like super rare because of the base that it is. Well, very rare, we'll call it. Okay, let's see. Oh, I keep forgetting to grab amulets. I gotta grab regular blue amulets. So here we go. 2 to life. 2 to life. 2 to a character skill, I mean. Oh. Why is Phil looking for a 2 to life amulet?
So it begins.
Man. It begins a lot out here, huh? Nerhoppin says good luck to everyone out there slaying those demons. That's what we hope for. Good luck in the drops in sanctuary. PC 85, quality level 80, 75, 85. You say, Marty? Huh? Yeah, I hate when they're. Oh, I hate when they're like that. Because then that always confuses me on where you can find it and not. I hate quality level and item level, or like treasure class and quality level. I hate that. I hate the way that stuff works. It confuses the bleep out of me. And then somebody, I already know somebody's gonna be like, "It's easy, Phil. It's just this and this," and I'm like, that makes no sense. I mean, it kind of makes sense, but that it's got to meet both criteria to be able to fall or whatever. But it's just annoying. Whoa! Sunil, welcome in. Trying to craft precise GG gear. It's a even worse example of it. I guess if you're trying to craft anything besides caster amulets, because caster amulets has been done so much that it kind of is well known how to get that one. But yeah, figuring out like, oh, if I want this specific to roll this specific way, what's like the minimum level when I can start doing that for a lot of other things? I don't know what they are, you know. Like if people were doing the what level do you need to be in order to do like blood gloves to have them at the like bare minimum roll with what you need on them. Like, I don't know. I don't do blood gloves or blood rings or anything like that. Mana boots, like I don't do none of that malarkey. Oh, I didn't see that for some reason. All right, I'm gonna hop out of here. 92 looks pretty clear out there in the little tear zone. Anything good so far? A couple things. Probably the Andaro's Visage was probably the best thing I found so far. Far Oasis next, huh? Far Oasis. DMC, welcome in. Yo, yo, yo. Password is the letter V twice. The letter V twice. Now I got the fan on and I'm instantly cold. Let's go ahead and turn this off now. Race said the item that's kind of rare to find that he finds all the time is High Lords, you say, huh? Yeah, I do. I don't know the rarity of High Lords. I know it's not the most common, of course. I just I don't know what comparable thing. I feel like I find quite a few High Lords too, so that's kind of why I was saying that. They're obviously, it's like best in slot for a lot of melee builds, but I don't know. Is it like comparable to Amara's in rarity? Don't know. Never looked it up before. Jeezy said he found him in Alts. Congratulations. Unique ring. Let's go. The Manald is the Lem rune of unique rings, by the way. What does that mean? Yes. Don't get all the hate on Manalds. Well, it's just not, like, early on it can be used, but it's just not really that great. Like, playthroughs is cool and all, but I mean, like, at this point, finding it in Manalds is like a big want. IK armor. Yeah. Good old set sacred armors, right? Probably find like 10 of them for every unique one you find. And then 10 of every, 9 out of every 10 uniques is Templars. Real rough. All right, let's hop to game name GGYY93. Password is the letter V twice. VV. Marty, I seen you say something about 9 remaining Grail items, but I don't remember exactly. Hard to recall. Let me guess, you found Tyrell's Might already. Because if it wasn't Tyrell's Might, you probably wouldn't be saying anything.
So it begins.
I'm sure it was Tyrell's Might. Jeezy said it's finding Manald's the biggest problem is it's the disappointment that it's not an SOJ. Yeah, that is the truest story there for sure. So D-Web, Templar, Zod, Ravenlore, Kiefer says all in 1 week. Sounds like some good luck. Hopefully it keeps up for you. Keep it rolling. Torch of Hero, Neil Striker, and Bane Ash. Bane Ash. I thought Bane Ash. That one's not ringing a bell. I thought Bane Ash. I'm thinking Bone Ash. I was like, isn't that a unique monster? Like an armor maybe? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know that I really had I never really had any like that necessarily, where there was like you know, I got 5 items left and one of them is Mask of Horror or something. And it's just like, what? How do you not have that yet? Type of thing. I remember, I guess for a while, oh, that was on my old, oh, I need that, don't I? That was on my Holy Grail for, LOD. I restarted when D2R came out. But Death's Sash I didn't have. But I think it's because I kept finding them and throwing them out because I thought I had checked it off my Grail, and I didn't check it off my Grail. So I think I had found like 30 of them, but I just never checked it off. And then after I realized, then I didn't find one. But yeah. Home Sparrow's still looking for Bane Ash as well, huh? Short Staff, gotcha. Yeah, I didn't remember that one. Alright, let's hop to 94 here. Cow King set. Yeah, a lot of people say they have problems with Cow King set. I didn't, I feel like I just did like 100 cow runs video, which obviously not everyone does 100 cow run videos, but yeah, I feel like I just did 100 cow runs and I just had them, you know, like without much of a problem. Didn't even think about it. Just well, bing, bang, boom. Mikey, what's going on? Watching the videos lately? Appreciate you. Best characters start offline. 10 out of 10, 100 out of 100 times, in my opinion, Mikey. Sorceress. Do your playthrough with a sorceress, then you know, you can do Andariel and Mephisto, or you can do anything you really want to, I guess. But running Andy and Mephisto early on is super easy. And then you can run lower Kura super chest farming if you know what that is. If you don't, you can kind of look it up to see what that's all about, getting high runes that way. Also, huge tip, most people don't realize is starting single player. You don't ever have to beat the game at any point. I mean, you will, of course, but I'm just saying, you don't actually have to. You could literally get through, beat Nightmare Bale, go into Act 1, and just farm Andariel, and you never have to go any further if you don't want to. I would, of course, recommend it, but usually what I would do is I'd play through, get to Andy. I'd usually get to where you got to Mephisto, and then I wouldn't do the Chaos Sanctuary or any of Act 5 until I farmed up better gear on Andy and Mephisto. Little tip from me to you. Phil, how much water do you drink a day? I don't keep track of none of that stuff, to be honest. How many grams of protein, how much water you drink, I don't keep track of none of that. Some people, I'm not against it, but I mean, maybe the water thing I could keep track of, so I make sure I drink something, but I don't eat a lot of really bad things, I guess. Kind of, sort of. Ooh. So I feel like I don't really need to necessarily track it. But usually if I know I did something bad, I know I did something bad, I guess you could say. Gotta min-max your build. I get, hey, right? Yeah, I've never been much of a min-maxer, so I guess it goes towards my diet too, right? Because yeah, if there's anything not healthy, or I'm not losing weight or this or that, or I'm, it's not because I'm not drinking enough water. I already know what my downfalls are when it comes to any of that. It's probably the 7 beers I drank last night. It's not because I needed 6 more ounces of water and then I would have been healthy. If I would have had 5 more grams of protein, I would have been healthy. No, it's, I needed to, if I would have just not drank that 6-pack yesterday, But, you know, in life, you got to make choices. But anyways. Love farming TZ, says Kiefer. I mean, to be honest, I kind of sort of don't, but I need the ambulance, to be honest, and you can't find anything out here, so it's a little bit different area. In general, probably my favorite part of, I like starting off on single player, where you farm up like the Andy meth, starting off on OK, the huge, getting your first dome and stuff like that, making your first call to arms, stuff like that. That's kind of my favorite. But team 7 beers last night, William Ford says. No, I didn't really have 7 beers last night. I'm joking, but yeah, you're always healthy when you eat tofu and well done steaks. Am I right? Ding, ding, ding. No, I did have some whiskey last night, actually. But I didn't get all ham-boned or nothing, because, I mean, it was a Sunday night, so. Sunday night sitting at home. You only drink so much. By the way, if anyone wants to rock any of this split Magic Find game with me, I'm just going to go hit the pits, I think. GGYY95. Password is the letter V twice, so VV. You forgot to have boiled chicken with your 7 beers, right? Yeah. I forgot to get into perfect state of ketosis before just beer bonging a whole 12-pack. Right? Alan, appreciate the dedication to D2R streaming and stuff. Appreciate you. Always on. It's awesome. I appreciate you, yeah. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hitting the like button, all that good stuff. I couldn't do it without y'all, all y'all out there. Alan Osmond, couldn't do it without you, so thank you so much for watching the videos and hitting the like button, all that good stuff. Good hell cow farmer, this character. I'll say this, it's good. So I wouldn't do this. I don't like using it higher than players 3 difficulty pretty much anywhere. The Wind Druid. You can kill players 8 cows. You're going to be about 1/10 the speed of a Lightning Fury Javazan, so you know it's not super fast, but you can do it. Galroon. I'm never for sure what to say when people ask, can it do players 8? Because yes, of course it can, but it's not very slow, and I don't like doing it. So 35, 12, 8. Wait, who knew a perfect stats Spirit Shield was worth so much? Nice. Yeah, perfect. I guess it has so many things that roll, and everybody uses it. I guess there's a supply and demand thing there, huh? So I remember right when I came back at one point, just before I started my channel pretty much, to D2R, or to Diablo 2, I mean, I didn't know necessarily, I knew it rolled as a 35 FCR Spirit, but I had a Paladin shield that was like 38 all res, and I guess I knew the stuff rolled, I guess I did know the stuff rolled perfect on it, but I didn't realize that it was like worth so much or whatever, and I created a game with that like perfectly rolled 38 all res Pally Spirit or something. I just created a game and a guy joined and he's like, what do you want for it? And I'm like, yeah, I don't know, what do you got? And he threw out like, you know, like 2 Burrs, an Ohm, 2 Vexes, a Zod, and like a Cham, and you know, 3 Ists, and I was like, okay. And I took it and I was like, yeah, I just kind of came back to the game and I seen that rolled perfect. Was that a good deal, or was it worth like way more? And he's like, dude, it's worth way more than that. And I'm just like, that's fine, it's all good, buddy, peace out. So, and it was like it was just a couple days after a ladder reset too. But you know, it's whatever. I got more than enough to fully deck out a character essentially. how this guy had all these high runes at the, like 2 or 3 days after ladder reset. Don't ask me, but on old D2, I'm sure they were duped up. Said you open cows up. All right, I'll stay in this game a little bit longer, I guess, if you're doing cows, and I'll go do a Stony Tombs, I guess. Oop, where am I going? DMC says all y'all is dope, no cap. No cap on God, fam. Love it. Comac, welcome in. Oh, love to see it. Love to see it. Kind of neat. Kind of neat. I got a 4 NATO already, so and the other skills in there aren't useful, but it's like a good temp until you get a 5 NATO type situation. Far Oasis TZ any good? Those Act 2 ones, they're not really that great. You can do them though. They're not like the most garbageous dog crap thing, like the most dog water thing you could ever do, right? Dog water. There's another one people say way too much. But they're not like great either though. Stream is bussin', yeah. Bussin'. Monarch off the armor rack. That's where it's at, fellas. Not that I need them now, but early in ladder, that's where I always, like 50% of the time I get my first Monarch off of a rack like that. Marcus loves the Stony Tomb GZ. Do it all the time. Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah, it is an 85 area anyways, but then, you know, I feel like it bump up a little bit more as a TZ as well, so yeah. It's not a huge downside, but I do wish it was just ever so slightly easier to find. Sometimes it really is annoying. The Rush only found the Cow King's armor when I was looking for the full set. The rest was by accident while farming for bases. Yeah, I never even tried to find them. I didn't know that people had as much of a struggle finding them until people were like, "Hey, did you ever get the Cow King's pieces?" And I was like, "Yeah, I got those." They're like, "Oh, how'd you do it?" I'm just like, I don't know. I just ran cows and then I had it. I don't know. I never really thought about it. Let's go to 96. Does Necro Revives care about players' count? Do they care? I mean, the revives are based off of the monster that you took out, right? So I guess so. Like if it's a player's 8, let's say you revive a player's 8 cow.
Gold Magic
You're saying?
Donated 50 pesos through Super Chat. Good night.
1 second.
Bill. Coins for you and good luck.
Thank you for the 50 peso super chat. Old Magic Find. Oh, appreciate you. Thanks for the generosity. So I guess you could do that. Like, go take out players' 8 cows, revive the cows, and then go to like a P1 pits, and they would just like one-shot everything. I never tried it, but I mean, I think that's how. I think they would be like P8 revives, I guess. Never crossed my mind before though. Oop. There she is. I found it. Put my hoodie on. Now I'm freezing in my basement. Just freezing. Pickle Nick says, to be worth a lot, do you have to have everything to roll perfect on a Monarch? Because he's got a 35-112. It's probably worth, well, an okay amount like that, Pickle, but it's not going to be like perfect, even if it's a worthless stat is worth, like, usually, I can't say exclusively for every item, but if it's perfect with even a worthless stat, then rolling perfect too, it'll like quadruple the value. Because people just want perfect stuff for some reason, even if it doesn't help them at all. So I can't say for sure, but that's usually how it works. Is Isendel saying, imagine if D2 had an armory. So you're saying like an armory. What do you mean by armory? Like if you could have different gear setups like stored, like loadouts essentially. First of the season, Pickle Nick, and he got a 35-112 on the spirit. Got some sweet Phil spirit luck there. Enter a player's name and you could see his whole build, pretty much what you're saying. Oh, okay. Yeah, that'd be interesting. I did kind of like that back in the day. Don't tell Blizzard I'm about to tell you this, but I used to have a map pack back in like 2003 where you could hover over another character and push, I think it was O, and it would show you all their gear and you could see what they were using. That was sick back in the day. Or, I mean, I heard that you could do that allegedly. I never used it. All of a sudden, my game just, like, crashes, and I get, like, a message from Blizzard. We're disappearing you for crimes against corporation. Courier shield, that could be good. 45 res. Oh man. Yeah, Trash says mouse pads. Could I don't remember which one. I'll take your word on that. I trust you. Woo! Get hitting hard over here. I never like seeing like 3 or 4 arrows hit you and your health is like do 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 do. Of course, my battle orders ran out and my Oak Sage is gone, so double badness on my part. All right, let's talk to. I'm hopping to 97. Text over your head. I don't remember what that is, Trash, but Sage Necro. Never found Tyrell's Might. Nope. Never did. Still hoping for it.
So it begins.
between Twitch and YouTube. We got 240 in here. Appreciate y'all joining me. You are on YouTube. Hit that like button for me, huh? Appreciate ya. Pay a fine for crimes against D2 and the people. Right. I'll probably just get disappeared into some... Oh no! If I had one more magic find. Want. We'll get them next time, boys. There's been a lot of blue sacred armors, to be honest. Man, wish I had a little bit more magic find on this character just to make myself feel better. I mean, I have like 230 something, I think, but what are they falling at now? Maybe it's even higher than that now. Yeah, 260. Just because I hate finding blue sacred armors. If I had a little bit more, I knew I would feel more like I was doing everything I could to make it unique. You know what I mean? Even though higher than this, it's like just a small percentage chance that boosts it. You know what I'm saying. Wax single printers. What are you getting at here, bro? If you were in a trade game with 8 players, you could post messages over your head. I guess I do remember that, but I didn't think you had to be in a game with 8 players. I thought you just started if you just started your message with an exclamation point, I thought that's all you had to do to put it over your head. I didn't think you had to be in an 8-player game. But yeah, I do remember that. Just running around shouting out like, this here or that here, or ISO this or something. J-Mod before Tyrell's might. Nice. Freaking J-Mod. That's a rare one. Oh, I thought it was... Oh, I missed the gate. It's actually over here. Fight mode. Back in. You were in here earlier, weren't you? Got a few good things. Nothing insane, though. And Daryl's Visage, probably the best. And we got 118. Oh, we got tons of time. Tons of time. Oh, here's one of those times. Teleport around for 6 years. Oh, was it right there? Yeah, it was. Good, good, good. Gotcha. But you back. Welcome back. John said found his first Tyrell's Might this ladder. That's what I'm hoping for too. Hoping for too. No luck yet, but as long as you're still slaying, you never know. Savior Kid, welcome in. Doing pretty good here. Hopefully you're doing good as well. Lizzie Lebowski. This guy. Lizzie, huh? Is that something that people say all the time, or is that like the only time I ever hear or see anybody that is there's this streamer Atriarch that his community is all about the glizzy, which I don't even know what it's supposed to mean, but they almost use it as like an adjective. They just use it anywhere they want to, is what it seems like. But yeah, welcome in. Looking for Enderos Visit. What's the best grinding spot for that? It's one of those items, in my opinion, it's like so rare I wouldn't try to target farm it. You pretty much just gotta farm places it can drop, which is like, you could get one from Mephisto, but it's like, I don't know, one in several thousand runs drop odds. But I would just farm an 85 area and cross your fingers pretty much. Glizzy means hot dog. Well, what is that? I don't get what that means, but it means hot dogs. What? I don't get what that means. What does that mean? It means hot dogs. Like the food?
It's locked.
I think that's made up. You guys are making stuff up. Let's go to 98. I'll Google it off stream sometime. Figure it out. Boomer's here. Okay, well, I'll tell you this. That's not the way these people use it. Didn't know ass streams were rare till you saw my video.
What you mean?
Yeah, they're pretty rare. I don't take handouts, so I appreciate it though. Just trying to get out there and slay. Oh, you wanna? I mean, I would, if you're talking about throwing in a, I would do treachery instead of, whatchamacallit, Guardian Angel, if that's what you're asking. Just YouTube that. Yeah, I would do treachery over, Guardian Angel for sure. Unless you're specifically farming like Trav or something and want to get survivability that way. All right, well, I'll just tell you this. I've never seen or heard, or anytime I've ever seen or heard the use of the word glizzy by anybody on the internet, 100% promise you they've never been referring to a hot dog or to a handgun. 100% promise you. But that's not saying that that's not what it technically means. And like I said, I've only ever seen people in this one streamer's community ever use it. I'm just saying. And they never use it talking about a hot dog. Ever. So they use it for everything. They just use it in place of just as nonsense. And they say it all the time. It's almost as if it has no meaning. Like in high school, we used to have a word like that, actually, that I don't know how. Actually, you remember what was that show Recess? And they made up their own word and they used it for everything. So essentially, in place of like, it was funny because it was a kids show too, but instead of like swearing, they would say like whatever this word was they made up. It was like that. So in high school, we used to, it was a small group of us, but we would say we'd call everything a chondo, but it would also be like, you're a chondo. It would be like an insult, but then you'd be like, that person's a dumb chondo, you know, you just say you'd use it for everything. It could be good or bad. Like you would just use it all the time. Could you do chest or back today, OG Durio? Chest, back, or shoulders, arms? I guess go with the chest, man. It's Monday, International Chest Day. All right, hop to the next game. Okay, here we go. This is the only time I've ever heard of the word glizzy. My head's real small, don't worry about it. It's a playful, meme-derived term used to describe a person's hands or actions, implying clumsiness or awkwardness in the context of gaming. Okay, well, there you go. That's the only time I've ever heard it used, so... just throwing it out there. I'm just saying, that's the only time I've ever heard it used. So what if it was the AI thing? I'm just saying, that's the only time I've ever heard it used. Okay? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Like, they probably, what, they derived it from, like, they were clumsy because they have sausage fingers, you know, or something. You know, like something like that. But the thing is, they don't just use it for that. They use it for everything. They only say glizzy all the time for everything. It's real, it's strange. But also kind of funny, but weird at the same time. Yeah, I'm not saying that you guys looked up in Webster Dictionary what it meant. I'm just saying the time that I heard it. Lacked, welcome in, yo. Or lashed, maybe? Welcome in. Phil, you make up your words all the time? True story. I don't make up my own words. I take other words and I pronounce them differently. Not the same thing. Not the same thing. Still talking about glizzy. Well, you know, I just had to prove how right I was. And AI Google to prove me right. AI Google. Yeah, that'll have to go on the secondary channel. 12-minute video on the history of glizzies. No, I think the glizzy conversation has run its course. I think it's about over. No more Riz for Gliz, yeah. What a hero, Xantus. You're the hero we didn't know we needed. Any big drops for the Wind Druid? There was some early on. I mean, I got the day one Burroon, of course, but Hype mode saying 10 years been playing D2, never played a Wind Druid. It's kind of where I was. It's not that I never played it, but I never started a ladder with it. And yeah, pretty much went exactly as expected, except I got really lucky with the Barun. But I mean, how powerful it was and what I could do with it was exactly what I kind of expected. So we're out number 100. I started at like 70, so. Keep it nerdy. Yeah, what he's doing there with Gleezy, that's pretty much what Aatrox community does with Glizzy. They just say random stuff all the time. They'd be like, we would be rich if it wasn't for Glizzies and stuff like that. Like, it just doesn't, like, you know, like, what does that even mean, you know? If he had double Glizzies, he would have got off on that, but he doesn't, so he's guilty. Stuff like that. Are circlets preferred for Wind Druid? Not really. It's usually like a rare, like a 5 NATO or something. This is a 4, but if you had 2 to Druid skills. Or like this, or a Shaco. So yeah. But anyways, enough Glizzy talk. Because it's not too hard to get to 99 FCR, so you don't really need FCR circlets. There could be something like... I couldn't think of a reason why, to be honest. Maybe something in the PvP realm or something, but...
So it begins.
Casey says, where's G-Stacks? He was in here a minute ago. We started talking about Glizzies, and G-Stacks was all over it. And then he just hopped in, hopped out. He's just lurking. Ooh, Druid, walk, run, hit, recover, or walk, run, FCR, open sockets, strength, fire. Boy, I don't know. I would hang on to that, but I have no idea. I would never use that for anything. But almost all rare stuff like that is, if it is worth anything and used, it's always PvP. Like player versus monster, like out farming and stuff, you would never use something like that. But there could be something, you know, especially with the 2 sockets like that. It's so uncommon to get a good, even something that looks good with 2 open sockets on it. It's just astronomically rare to get. G-Stacks. Oh no, I didn't ring it. Everybody in chat was just talking crap about you. I was like, guys, cut it out. Yeah, someone was asking about you. I forget who it was now. Pauly Shore. Now we're talking about Pauly Shore up in here. Man, we're getting after it today. Getting after it. Stack says, yeah, big lurking today. What do I got going on over here? Hold up. G-Stacks does 1 minute timeout for KC, laying down the banhammer. I trust your judgment, G-Stacks. I trust your judgment. Archon staff. Best obsession base. Oh, glacial spike. Could be good, no? Yeah, KC, if you wanna get out, never mind. I was gonna make a glizzy joke, but we're over it. Let's go to 101. 101. Let me look up real quick here. Okay, fighting back a little bit. Freaking gold, bro. Gold's going ham bone lately. If only I could have talked myself into dropping my whole life savings in the gold a few months ago.
So it begins.
Don't you hate when you find something that is 1 point off perfect? I mean, do I hate it? No, but do I wish it was not 1 point off of perfect? Yeah. Yep. 227. That's solid. I found a 220/20 before, so that was kind of annoying. But yeah. It was online ladder too when I found it. Well, that's fine. Whatever. Sunflower seeds in your keyboard says keeping it nerdy. Wow, nice. Yeah, I kind of do. Mine is dusty under there. I need to pop all the keys off and clean her out. Always note though, make sure you take a picture of your keyboard before you pull all the keys off so you know how to put them back together. You're like, wait a second. Does the page up and down key go here or does it go in the middle? I don't remember. Leonard Beckham said he got a burr rune a minute ago. First burr. Congrats on that one. Yeah, take a picture of your keyboard. I mean, I'm sure you could look it up on the internet too, I suppose, but it'd be really hard to type it in to look it up on the internet if you didn't know where your keys went. Right? Trouble finding Ohm rune. Is Cow's the best spot? I mean, kind of. If you have a build that's really good for farming cows, it is. Like if you're a Lightning Fury Javazan, yeah. If you, and I'm assuming you're online, so. But yeah. I usually just, yeah, their runes are just really hard to find, really. They're not as common as some people make it sound, you know, unless they specifically build like a Lightning Fury Javazan, and then that's all they do. But I think cows is really boring, just farming cows over and over, but other, you know, different opinions, different people. The fastest way to get any rune is always going to be trading, so it's always going to be, you know, finding something else and then trading it for the rune you're looking for. But cows is a good spot. Chaos Sanctuary, depending on your build. Arcane Sanctuary too. There's kind of a lot of different places. You know, you never know where you can find something. Oh, you are offline. Okay. Well, yeah. High players count cows. Lower Kuros super chest farming with the sorceress is going to be the fastest in my opinion, but the fastest and most likely. You want to look that up. If you're a Hammerden and you want to farm it from a place, I would say Chaos Sanctuary. But just the way like RNG works, you could find 6 burr runes and never find an Ohm rune, you know what I mean? Like just randomness like that. So there's no place like, you know, if you ever heard how you can spam farm Nightmare Andy to get an SOJ relatively quickly. There's no place like that, really. Lower Kura super chest farming is the closest thing to that. Yeah, funny story, actually. There was one time, I don't remember, I think I was running Chaos, and I was like, you know what? I keep going over to Kane and identifying, and it's 100 gold, and it's not the big deal, but I have a hammered and I've never rescued Kane. So I teleported out here, and it was for a drop life video like back in the day before I went full time, and I came over here, killed Rakanishu, boom, home rune. I was like, what? I'm like finding nothing in the Chaos Sanctuary. I go to take out, you know, I go to get Kane and I kill Rakanishu and he drops an home rune. How about that? Oh, what am I doing? Dumbhead, jeez. This doesn't look like the right way to get to the... It's the other way. Any D2 superstitions? Not really. No. Not really I'm not really superstitious, I'm just kind of stitious. Good one, huh? I'm not superstitious, I'm just a little stitious. You get it? Oh boy, that's a good one. Oh boy, that's a good one. Corey, a few good drops today. Nothing super insane. And Daryl's Visage probably being the best. Call to Arms, Heart of the Oak, or Fortitude. Which would I choose first? I mean, usually I would make Heart of the Oak first, just because a Vex rune you usually have first. I mean, usually Heart of the Oak, Call to Arms, then Fortitude, I guess if I had to choose between those three. But it's just because the low rune's the hardest one to get. And the Vex rune is the easiest one to get, you know what I mean? So. You won't find you won't find Tyrell's Might unless you play Mosaic. Maybe. Guess I'm never finding Tyrell's Might. Mixed builds that actually work even on Ubers. Like dual spec stuff. I would not recommend doing that personally. So it's not something I would make a video on if it's something I wouldn't recommend people do, but people do things I don't recommend all the time. So no big deal. Everyone's got their own opinions, takes what they want to do, but no, I wouldn't, that's not something I'd recommend. Unfortunately, I can't read your name because I don't know that language, but yeah. LOH Smiter. Brad, do you mean FOH, I'm guessing? You got auto-corrected to laying of hands? Maybe? For a dual spec build? Let's hop to the next one. See, OG Durio Classic Sork, farm Andy for 5 to 8 hours and almost guarantee an SOJ. Yeah, kinda, yeah, for the nightmare for sure. What? Wicked Ball said he bought his son's birth weight in gold. His 2 sons. So he has like 13 pounds of gold. What? Okay, so you're obviously don't work. 13 pounds of gold. That'd be worth like $1 million. Maybe not 1 million. What are there, 16 ounces in a pound? 30, 40, 48,000 per pound. We'll just call it 50. So that'd be like $650,000. Impressive. Impressive. Wicked ball of baller. For sure. For sure. That definitely worked out for you. Phil knows his ounces. I mean, there is 16 ounces in a pound, right? I barely know freedom units, so I don't really know. Don't really know. He means forum gold. Oh. When an ounce was 2,000. I mean, in 99, he said he bought it in 99. An ounce of gold was probably like 1,100, if that. I don't even know. I could look it up real quick, actually. I'm literally on the website right now, on my phone. I just looked up a minute ago. Let's pull this up. Oh my gosh, in 99. What, 99? You bought it at the perfect freaking time. It was $300 an ounce. Wait. What? Yeah, it was $300 an ounce in 99. How about that? It was literally at the very bottom troughs of when it dropped, yeah. Yeah, it's actually at like 31.30 right now. Gold is $3,130 an ounce. Crazy. How many grams in an ounce? I know how many grams are in a troy ounce. 31 point. Uh-oh, I forget. 31.15. Because there's a difference between an ounce and a troy ounce. I forget what the difference is exactly. Is there 30 ounces in a? There's 30 grams in an ounce, but there's 31.1 or something. 44 could be. I forget. It was 31 something though. I don't really need to do that conversion very often, so I didn't remember. All right, let's hop to 104. Quacks, peace out. Best farming spot for trap zone without enigma. Maybe the pits. I mean, because you can just take the path out there, so it doesn't take too long. But traps in, if you're lighting traps, chaos sanctuary is fine on lower players counts if you don't have great gear. I'm assuming lightning traps. Stony Tombs is fire traps, the go-to place. Of course, you can always do Eldritch and Shank if you wanted to. It's not the best area in the whole world, but it's not terrible either. Where are we at here? 28.4 says Brad for a regular ounces to regular grams to a regular ounce. Saying that wrong. Suppose you could do trap too. There's Sluggo. Good point. 31.1, yeah. It's 31.15 or something, yeah. But yeah, I always just go with 31.1. That's what it was, yeah. That sounds more right. More righter. Where? What? Okay, let me just... Okay, it's right there. Skill issue. A baker's ounce? What's... I don't know nothing about that kind of stuff. Baker ounce? Is that a real thing? That's not a real thing. That's made up. Chat, let me know. Is a baker's ounce a real thing? What's the conversion for a dealer's ounce? I don't really know. I'm joking. The joke. Bald eagle's egg. I'm not 100% sure what you're talking about, Swish. I did see a silver bald eagle's egg they were selling on some website, but I don't. I'd be shocked if you were talking about some random thing I seen selling on a website. A cold res, pretty good. Baker's ounce are not real. Thought so. I knew it. Summon necro summoner. Do you use the MF on the player for that last hit on the player? So no matter what kills stuff, whether it's your summons or you, your character's magic find applies to the drops. Whether it's you, whether it's your mercenary, whether it's a skeleton, whether it's a revive, no matter what it is, your character's magic find will apply to the drops. The only thing that changes is if your mercenary gets the kill, then your magic find adds to his magic find, and then that applies to the drops. Favorite character? Probably Sorceress, I guess, just because it is. Probably my favorite character. Not anything, you know, oh geez, that's so revolutionary, Phil. But it just is, honestly. Favorite druid build? Probably this one. I'm not a really big druid fan, to be honest, but I wanted to switch it up and try something I didn't use all the time here, so that's why I went with this season. You know, I'm kind of enjoying it. Just because it's not my favorite build of all time doesn't mean I'm not enjoying it, you know? No problem, Corey. Coming up on the last meeting, says Raced. All right, best of luck. Hopefully the meeting goes good. I wonder what's going on with the TZs right now. What's coming up next? We got Neolithac's Temple. Okay, 2 o'clock. We got some time. How do I want to work this? Do I want to do Neolithac or do I just want to spam Pindle? I might just... I can't decide. Keep changing my mind here. Swish said he's thinking about building a fire druid. Some people like those. I didn't like him as much, the fire druid, but just an opinion. Just an opinion. Tried doing a fire druid on LOD, but it's impossible. Yeah, there's some changes up here in D2R that make it mo better. But yeah, Wind Druid was even good back then. Fury Visor. Speaking of Wolf Howl, didn't someone mention something about that earlier? Man, a million different things roll on this. I think don't they go to 6? So 556 is actually a pretty good roll. 14, 15, 8. I feel like they can all go to 15? And 8's probably the minimum, huh? So, it's got some good stuff with maybe not so good stuff too. It's a cool one. Not making the sound this time though. Not this time. 105. Favorite barb helm, you say? Yeah, kind of neat, you know, having the bear or werewolf barbarian. Yeah, lycanthropy werewolf. So werewolf. Yeah. I don't know what I was thinking there. Guess I'll put you right there. I guess where bear, you'd have to do something with the beast. Whoops, not what I meant to do. Boo. I guess if I do find another 4-socket spirit, I should just make one up. Just use these runes just to use them. Vex, Mal. Probably should just give those away. I'm not gonna do nothing with them. Volume increase. Yeah, I mean, how loud the music needs to be is, you know, obviously an opinion. I kind of get both sometimes. If I raise the volume, it'll be too loud for some people, or, you know, I'll take it under advisement though. Three perfect gems, reroll grand charm. Yeah, it's actually rerolls any magic item, but most people only do grand charms, and they're grand charms I grabbed from the terror zones. So if you're high enough level, you can get grand charms that are also high enough level to be able to roll with as a skiller with up to 45 life as well. So those ones are all ones that I know I grabbed from terror zones and are all high enough level that if I got super lucky, they could be a 45 life pally combat and I would be rich AF. What's the item level it needs? For 45 to life, it is level... It has to be over level 90, I believe. So it has level 91 or higher. I'm just pausing for a second because I'm trying to remember. The stinking website for caster amulets and for 45 to life skillers, one needs to be level 90 or higher, and one has to be higher than level 90, and they literally word it like that, and I always forget which one is which, you know. So I'm pretty sure that the caster amulets have to be 90 or higher, and that the 45 to life skillers have to be over level 90, so it has to be 91 or higher. Trash saying it sucks when you reroll your spirit when you have like 33 or 34 and you get lower. Kinda, yeah. Especially when you have, like, let's say I've done this before where I was at the breakpoint I needed to get to, but like I wanted to reroll to try to get a 35 FCR spirit, and I had like 33 or 4 FCR, and then I reroll it and I get like 26, and then I'm like, as long as I don't get like 25 or 26 FCR, I'll still be over my breakpoint, and then I get like 25, and I have no more sets left, and I'm like, great. Thanks a lot, Phil. Always have 2 monarchs. Yeah, that is true. In an optimal world, sometimes you don't have 2 yet, though, you know what I mean? And usually if you're worrying about your breakpoint area, like, you know, it's probably pretty early in ladder, and Jadiska saying amulets are 90. Gotcha. So yeah, I thought that was true, that the amulets was 90, and that so then 45 life skillers would have to be the 91, but hard to remember all the time. We almost got this next terror zone coming up, so I'm just gonna hop in a P1 game here because I'm just gonna spam Pindle, I think is what I'm gonna do. So appreciate you guys running with me. I don't want to force you guys into a game here when I'm just like spam farming Pindle. So, and Pindle, yeah, you're good on P1 anyways. Really all it does, him being terrorized, you get a little more experience, and I guess the monsters around him can drop more, but now you can find those 3 extra items. So now Pindle could drop me Tyrell's Might, which I would love to get from Pindle. I have found Arachnus Mesh from Pindle before, TZ'd. we need a socket, let you know. All right, we'll do trash. Yeah, you got a bunch of those, huh? Charcy did not give you a burrow pathless. I'm gonna have to talk to this lady. Unbelievable. Wait, no Tyrell's Might yet. Come on. Come on.
Not here.
Don't want to disturb me. No, it's all good asking questions and stuff. You're all good, but appreciate you. Nightbot, what's going on? Love that guy, Nightbot. Don't forget, fellas, hit that like button for me if you forgot to do so. True legends hit the like button. It is known. Guy named Stevo casted a good caster belt. Crafted a good caster belt. All right. 9 FCR. Didn't get the 10, unfortunate. Yeah, not too bad. I usually don't craft up too many caster belts. It's usually just my first go-to, and then after that I find I keep seeing sacred there, and it's confusing me for some reason. But yeah. Bob Smith trying to get that SOJ drop, melting his brain. Yeah, best of luck on that. I know I've done. One time it took me almost 1,500 runs farming Nightmare Andy, and another time on my 89th run I got one. So, yep. Flager, how about you? How about this? I'll shout out everything I got. It's incredibly standard caster gear. So I got the Jalals on the head. It's the only thing different, but Heart of the Oak, Spirit, Enigma. I got a gold wrap. I got Chansey's. I got Older's boots. Everything just completely normal caster stuff, pretty much, essentially, with some MF stuff. 2,000 hours, no Shaco, Retro Nerd Life says. That's crazy. I mean, have you just been doing cows the entire time or something? That's pretty crazy to farm that long and not find a Shaco, to be honest. Pretty crazy. Max Magic find a rare glove can roll. I think it's 25. Glorious. I think that's what it is. I would bet like $10 that's true. So not a lot, but a little bit. So I think I'm right. Maybe I might even bet 20 on it because I'm pretty confident. But I wouldn't bet my house on it. Farm Andy, but never TZ'd. To be honest, no, I guess that wouldn't affect it. But I don't think like Shaco drop odds would change from Andara when terrorized. It should be identical, essentially, I think. I'm trying to think. Is it drop odds for Shaco actually lower from TZ Andy actually? Because she can drop she has a higher drop pool with being higher level, maybe? I don't know if that makes sense in my head or not. Yeah, I think it's actually worse, actually. Yeah, Sean Robson's kind of thinking the same thing I was after the gears started turning. Leveling to 99, do I plan it? No. Nope. The only time I got to 99 in D2R was kind of by accident. On single player, I was like, you know what? I'm at like level 97 and a half. Why don't I just blast to 98 as like a video idea? Magic find to 99. Catchy titles like that just perform better on the YouTube algorithm. Human nature. Blake R. No Cheerios might yet. Shocking, I know, right? Yeah, I did get an Enigma, Blake. Yep. Fort Rune, Wingtown. Great video, by the way. Appreciate you, Bob. The Magic Finder 99 one you're talking about?
Not in town.
Rhyming titles, though. It's always great. Tomb Reaper last night, only 2 sockets, though? Yeah, it's alright, yeah. Sometimes they don't roll perfect for you. I feel you. I feel it. I get you. I get you. Soul Drainers any good or Charcy? They're not really used ever, no. Just rewatched it recently. Okay. Nice. Because let's see, Soul Drainers, let's see what's on that. Are they dual? They're not dual leech, right? Are they mana leech only? I can't remember for Soul Drainers. I feel like they don't have any attack speed on them or something, and that's why people don't want them. They are dual leech, gotcha. Yeah, that's one of those things that are like, okay, but I'm pretty sure people always want increased attack speed on gloves. And that's why people generally don't use them. Unless I'm just completely off base. IES is king. True story. Any rare armors that can be good for certain builds? That is one thing that I literally think there aren't any. Like, I've never heard or seen of like anybody ever having a rare armor that they claimed was really good or worth anything. Sunil says worst version of Drax. Well, they would kind of be for 2 different things, sorta. Like, I could see Soul Drainers on, like, you know, you want like a tiny amount of mana leech on Lightning Fury Javazon, so at least you can get a little bit back when you throw your jabs, and then you got the life leech on there. But I know everybody wants to increase attack speed too, so. Marshall MK Mester, welcome in.
Not in town.
And let's see what else on the. I guess a lot of people too, they increase attack speed and you get 3 skills on it, so people would rather get the more skills. So, Eth Repair Sacred Armor. Yeah, I mean, I suppose. Yeah, I forget about that. Come on, Cold, get him. This is the one. Oh, well, at least a unique item. At least a unique item. Dash, welcome in. Yo, yo. Dankroot saying blue jewelers. Yeah, for magic stuff. You'll see me identify stuff every once in a while. Only like certain bases usually, but Wire Fleece, Archon, Dusk, you know, those type of ones. It's just for the rare circumstance that they roll with 4 open sockets and like 100 to life on it, which they never do. I mean, they do for somebody. I've seen 1 or 2 times before ever, like on the internet somewhere, but you can shop lower level stuff from vendors, but or I don't know if lower level might not be the right word, but you know what I mean. Dynamite PL, welcome in. Just spamming some TZ Pindle at the moment. I don't know, maybe I should just go hit Neolithic, huh? Maybe we'll go do one, see what it seems like here. Yeah, Dank for sure. It's easier to get the like a Gothic plate, but what the Gothic plate's really heavy, right? Oh no, Yanni. Wait a second. I never got the waypoint? Oh.
Not in town.
Oh, wait a second. That's not the right waypoint. This one. Maybe I'll go get that since I don't have it. But I think that's why like the elite base ones are worth like a gajillion dollars, because you can't shop them, you know, you have to find them. Balthazar, yo!
Balthazar 228.
Thank you so much, you legend.
$4.99 through Super Chat. Why does Wine Druid blow so hard? I can hit one of 5 tornadoes at more than half screen.
Yeah, the tornado path thing is a little bit weird, but is what it is, right? It's part of the charm. Part of the charm. Thank you for the $5 super chat, Balthazar. Ooh, getting poisoned down here, so I'm gonna need, almost need a cure or something. I don't know how long this poison lasts. Guess not too long. Where is this? Where's the way down? I don't know how to map read this level because you never go on this level, right? There it is. We'll check over here first. Is this the waypoint? Sure is. There you go. Oop. This. Then we'll go down here. Just woo! Wrecked. Unique saber, let's go! That like a something skewer or something. The most goated Neolithic farmer of all time. I think a P1 Neolithic key drop odds is something like just ridiculous. 1 in 37 or something like that. Once again, Balthazar, thank you so much for that $5 super. Flurious said he's had good key drops this season, huh? Congrats on that. I haven't really tried to farm any because this isn't really a key farming build, but you know, every once in a while. Teleport, please. Get there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Why is he not dying? I was missing him with all the tornadoes. Oh, speaking of. Ethereal, four-socketed of the whale. Oh, it's got the of the whale on it. Oh. Nice. Yeah, sure, why not? We'll do this. I'll probably die once or twice, but it'll be funny. First Zon of the season, Randy says. Hopefully you're enjoying it. Hopefully you're enjoying it. What name you talking about, Bob? Flurious you talking about? The person's name, or? Oh, wrecked him that time. 20k gold? I guess so. You know what? I kind of need to. I'm gonna have I probably have 7 trillion gold. I probably need to. Hate gambling though. Maybe I'll just give the gold to somebody because I honestly hate gambling. I just hate doing it. S superior sacred armor stone for 7 trillion armor. 7 trillion. I hate when I always accidentally click around and I accidentally click on one of these and then I look down to see and I realize they're off. Is there like I wonder if there's a tick box somewhere where you can lock these so that you don't accidentally click them. I accidentally click on those things just all the time. Man, Neolithic stinks. Woo! Got mana burn from these, whatchamacallit, ghosts. Oh, Balthazar is the name you're talking about. Okay, gotcha. Jingle All the Way. Sounds like a Christmas movie.
Good afternoon.
I mean, of course it is. I keep getting the same map over and over. I know there's only like 3 of them, but still. For my homeland. Took him out so fast he couldn't even say it. Oh, I didn't realize they were immune to physical. Just saw the hurricane chopping them down. Well, I do need some Terror Zone amulets, I suppose. Probably should grab those. $30 mil to gamble Griffins just for S's and G's, Retro Nerd Life says. Best of luck. I would save that for, or I would leave that for the gambling night, but not a big gambler no matter what, so. You know what I need to do? Craft this, but I need to give away some of this stuff. I got too many things laying around. I mean, for a Warcry Barb, 12 all res, FCR 2 to skills, it's alright. Not like insane, but Fire Skiller, Sunday, bunch of laying of hands, a few other things. Let me do I'm gonna do a quick just drop game giveaway, clear out most of this page. I do need to give away these amulets too. A lot of them are pretty good, but I just don't feel like trading them. 2 FCRs and or 2 Sork, 2 Necros, 2 Necros, 2 Assassin, another 2 to Sork, 10 FCR. Maybe I'm not sure if I want to do, I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. But anyways, I don't know, there's gotta be some people who are on right now. Let's make a game here. Let's make it easier. Feel free 11. Now, this is hell difficulty. So grab a held character. I'm just going to do a drop game giveaway, right? So, if anybody needs any of this stuff, none of it is insane. None of it's insane, right? But we got like laying of hands, just a few socketed, like a worm hide and a mage plate, mage fist, like a lum rune, a couple razor tails, chance guards. You know, I'm just gonna do a drop game for this stuff here. A couple skillers, 40 life, 30 lighting res. That's probably worth something. I don't feel like trying to trade it. I know it's kind of behind chat too, so hey, someone guessed the password. So I randomly hit letters on the keyboard. The password is A, the letter A, and then the letter S, and then the letter S, okay? So I just randomly hit buttons on the keyboard. So I'll just drop this stuff down. I don't know, just grab whatever you guys want. 39 res, Pally Shield, Cold Sunday. So Phil Free 11. Password, the letter A, the letter S, and then the letter S. And we're in Act 5 here. So I'll give it a few minutes. I know sometimes people aren't in Act 5 yet, but usually I do these to kind of help people out who are like towards the end of the game, or they finish the game but they need better gear or whatnot. So I'll give it a minute. Since we're in hell too, I'll go do a run real quick. If depending on how many people join up, maybe I'll pick it up and throw it in a normal difficulty game. This is on Ladder North Americas, by the way. Just come in, grab whatever you guys want to.
Thanks.
Whoop. Oh, it's set the players 3. No, Noob Phil strikes again. I'll go pick this stuff up and make a full game. My bad. That's real dumb of me. Real dumb. My bad. Noob Phil strikes again. Oop. Boy, that's pretty dumb.
I can't carry you.
Let's just go like this. Make some more room here. Good job, Phil. Grab this. Do. The people that got in here grabbed a few things. That's all good for sure. We'll do these guides too. Why not? Let's go number 2, and we'll make it for a full game. So, password's going to be the same. First come, first serve. Appreciate you shouting that out, Josh, because I'm too not smart to figure that out. We got a Geeds over there. We got a Wolf Howl that's rolled pretty good too. How about that? Chuck. We got just some stuff there. Oh, what do we got here? Just 11 fire. That's not really that crazy, but life lightning. Look at that. I probably shouldn't throw it way over there. No one's gonna find it. I didn't realize I was so far over here. I just meant to drop it like right there. That. What do we got here? What's that? Max attack rating. I mean, kind of neat. I didn't mean to grab that. Couple razor tails. Couple of those. Lem rune, the most beautiful rune in the game. Another Jeeds. Another Jeeds. Oop, I can't click. What else do we got? Anything else I want to get rid of? I don't know. Like, I got these, but they're pretty good. I feel like some of these, whatever. Game's not quite full, but another Geeds here if anyone needs them. Maybe we'll make one more. I got these crafted caster amulets if anybody needs. Looking for, I got a couple that are 2 to Sork. Is it Geeds or Geeds? Yeah, I don't know. Anyone pick up that lightning res grand charm on the ground? I'm not sure. So, same password, Phil313. I got these caster amulets. I'm gonna just drop game giveaway. If anybody has these characters, I guess this 1 to Druid is not really that great. I'd saved some of these from early on, like a 2 to Source skills. Like some of this stuff could be actually worth a little bit. War Cries. I don't know if you need War Cries. A Druid. Wicked Ball, yo, coming in with a Slayer ship. Oh. Rev says he's got a bunch of plain Skillas. Cosmic. How about you? You want that one, Cosmic? Oh, guess the Barb grabbing everything.
Let's go.
Oh, thank you for the gifted membership. Wicked Ball. Ooh. I don't want to waste too much time. I'll just throw them all out, and I guess you guys can pick through them or take everything. It's whatever. But yeah, there you guys go. I got way too many full redos, whatever. So anybody want to look through these and see if any of these will help you? So 2 to skills for characters and stuff. So there you go. Password is the letter A, the letter S, and the letter S. The game name's right here. Phil313. Got some of those. So there you go. That's just a 10 FCR ring, the one. So yeah, I just randomly hit letters on the keys, and that's what it hit. So what's the odds, huh? Wicked Ball, once again, thank you so much for supporting the channel with a Slayership and then gifting a membership on YouTube too. The legend. Bob said he's console only. Sorry to hear that. Adrian, welcome in. Yo, yo. I'm only getting the one map. This is kind of strange. Kind of strange. Forgot I was going to give away the gold. Sure, just take keys. No, seriously. No, seriously. Salutations. Oh, I don't have any of my charms. I didn't give those away in accident, did I? Get rid of that. I don't like having it uneven too. I gotta get rid of one more charm now. Not that one. Nah, we're keeping that. Yeah, well, I probably don't need this. I'll just give this away sometime. Walk run with poison res. Doesn't really help me, but somebody. When's the next Heroes Might gambling session? I don't know. I'd probably never do that again, to be honest. Hey, I actually got a different map this time. That was hilarious, though. When I got whatever that armor is, it looks exactly like Tyrell's Might, but is indeed not Tyrell's Might. Malbragas or whatever. Malabragas. Boy, that was unfortunate. Oh, didn't I just throw that out? Go like this. Yeah, I wouldn't be too mad if I accidentally sold any of those. Frankie, welcome in. Any good drops today? A few okay stuffs. Oh, what? This one's all the way over here, isn't it? Yeah. I had to remember there for a second. Have to repair. Oh. On single player, I would absolutely make a Grief instead of Breath of the Dying. Grief is like way more powerful. I feel like every build it's the most powerful weapon on. And it's way cheap, like way easier to get. I mean, I guess if you accidentally found a Zod rune already, maybe you would make a Breath of the Dying. But man, like I've only ever found one Zod rune in my whole life, so. And I've found like dozens of low runes, so. But yeah, the way RNG is, yo, you could find a Zod rune first, you know? It could happen. I wouldn't count on it though. 230. Grab the jewel. Get that for a 60. First high rune you found was a Zod waffle. And nothing to put it in. Nice. Nice. That's crazy. Yeah, the thing with the Zod, like, I'm so afraid to use it. It's just sitting in my stash for, like, years. Literally years. Too afraid to use it on anything. Because, like, oh, do I want to use it here? This isn't, like, a perfect base for Breath of the Dying. Because it's so hard to find the base on single player, too, you know? So it's like... So, nobody really asked about it, but I thought maybe there was some people watching that maybe didn't know the trick to this. Because you see, there's actually only 3 maps, and you can learn them pretty easily for this. This one's going to be straight across here to the way down to the next area. If you memorize the entrance there, you can know exactly where to go every time. There's only 3 different maps for that level. They really mailed in Act 5. And then down here, these eyes right here will tell you where they go. These eyes right here mean Neolithek's that way. If those eyes are right here, that means Neolithek is this way. If those eyes are right here, that means Neolithek's this way. Not here. They have to be on this wall right here between these 2 pillars. And if it's right here on the front of this, that means Neolithek's that way. So I know Neolithek's going to be down this arm over here. There's, of course, videos out there about it. I got a video about it. A lot of people do, but just thought I'd shout that out if anybody didn't know about that. It's not like groundbreaking. Nobody ever knew it except for me. But yeah. I never took the time to learn that until a couple of years ago, to be honest. So, can't be the only one, right? Okay. 22 enhanced damage, is that good? Why not just Pindle? Switch it up. You can get keys from out here, from this guy. You can, there's more monsters around, so maybe a little bit more opportunity for something else to drop. Could just run Pindle though. I was doing that for a little bit. I'll probably jump back and forth. I just thought in my head actually before reading your comment that I was probably gonna just jump back and forth at a whim, like whenever I feel like it. Soul Rune, legendary. Found a Zod when going through the story in Act 5. Nice. Some wacky luck right there. Yeah, I guess when you have luck like that, you just got some decisions to make. If you're gonna make a Breath of the Dying just because you accidentally found a Zod rune instantaneously. Yeah, I mean, I guess if you have a really good base for it, I mean, I'd go for it. I guess that's kind of what else are you gonna use it for? Especially, I assume, I forget, you were talking about single player, I assume, so putting a Zod an ethereal shaft stop or something, like, I couldn't imagine doing that. You gotta do Breath of the Dying, or maybe like a crazy obsession. Probably do Breath of the Dying though. Dankroot said he made Breath of the Dying War Pike. I was thinking about going with that on single player as well, just because it gives you like the most options of like builds and characters to use it on. I think you could technically use that for, you know, like a Spirazon. Fire poison, whatever. You could technically use that for like a Spirazon. You could use it for a Charge It In, I guess. No shield paladin. But you could throw it on a mercenary technically if you wanted to. You could whirlwind with it. You could throw it on a lot of stuff, right? Waffle said he put his in a Colossus Blade, which is kind of a go-to option, right? Kind of a go-to option, not a bad option. Zod and Ethereal single-player Death Cleaver. Well, the problem is you'll probably find a Zod before you find the Ethereal Death Cleaver. More than likely. Galback, yo! Look at this legend. Welcome in. Anyone not familiar, that is my wife, by the way. That is my wife. That's my wife. Teleport. Oh. Yeah, I'm just trying to grab these war boots, get out of here. Too much going on here. They don't look friendly around here. Yeah, been a while since you hopped on. She's hopping in to make sure I'm working hard. Or am I hardly working? I'm sorry. Everybody, please don't leave. Please. But anyways, yeah. Eth Shaco or Griffins. Ooh, don't you? Yeah. Oh, there she is. It's out of one of those on a single player, huh? Donkey Daily said he'd go with the Obsession for sure. Well, it's so hard finding. That's another one where finding the base is like harder than finding the Zod room. Like finding a good Obsession base. I mean, the thing is too, it's a 6 socket, so it could be white, but I mean, I've been looking forever and I haven't found a great Obsession base. I think the closest I got was maybe, I think I had found one that was just strictly only 2 to Nova. It didn't have anything else on it. I hadn't had good luck with it, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, something else to grind for sure, yeah. For sure. Poochies comes and says good day. Good day to you as well. We'll run this a little bit because Neotech doesn't drop any full rejuves, so we'll refill our stock here, even though I have 7 trillion of them in my inventory. My stash, I mean. Jeezy, yeah, actually, I wish that they would bring that back. E-bugging armor. It was just another little thing that, like, you know, to be honest, if you had an e-bugged, like, ethereal armor you used for your Act 2 Mercenary, or if you had a regular ethereal armor for your Act 2 Mercenary, when you're playing the game, I bet you any money you would never know the difference in gameplay. But it was just another thing that you could get lucky on, and then if you did get super lucky, you know, it's kind of like a gamble. You take the gamble to roll it, get the extra defense, and, like, then it's worth even more. You know, it's just another fun thing. So I wish they would bring back e-bugging too, to be honest. Just, I know they wanted to fix all the bugs, but just don't call it a bug. Just add it back in and say, hey guys, we added a new feature. You know? You bring hype to the game, say you're adding a new feature, but really you're just bringing back, all you have to do is reverse the code that you fixed, that you did put in to fix it. But just claim it as a feature instead of a bug. And then it's not a bug anymore. You know? That's what I say. So Blizzard, if you're listening, copy that idea. You can just steal it. You don't even have to give me credit for it. Just add this new feature of when you roll sockets in a cube recipe on armors or helmets or shields, that it gives you an extra. It redoes the ethereal boost on the armor.
Not in town.
Tip from me to you. Gosh damn it. Unidentified SOJ. Nice. Congrats. Definitely not a Manald. Miles Montgomery. Welcome in. Neither one can be good, but I'll ID them anyways. Dimples, appreciate you. Yeah, don't forget the like button for me. Good call on that one. Oh, I guess I have room over here. Oh man, cruel Colossus Sword of Quickness would be so nasty. Alright, let's head back down to what's his name? Nihilithak. Nihilithak. Oopsie. Oh, I didn't battle her up. How about that? Teleport. Not the best base, but I'd take it if it rolled with 4 sockets and 100 to life. Actually, it's pretty crazy. I've only done like 10 runs. I got 2 keys already. Pretty crazy. What am I farming for? Just good stuff in general. Just hype drops is what I'm farming for. Hype. Why not? Sometimes I forget when I'm running some specific place, kind of like that, like hitting Nihilithak or hitting Pindle. I mean, all the monsters are terrorized. I could just take them all out, right? Future Farmers of America has a large D2 player base? I doubt it. Not the same thing. It's funny though. That's funny. I removed Tyrrells from the stream title. I guess I didn't put it in there. But no, I did not find it yet. Didn't really think about it. I mean, when it comes to the stream titles, I just kind of like make things up, you know, because I'm always just like playing demons, magic finding, so just try to make something up that sounds interesting. Man, this guy stinks. What was it back in the day that Nihilithak seemed really hard to run? These snakes is what it was. Just getting nuked along the way. The like 10x poison damage like that instantly applied or whatever it was. Speaking of bugs, I'm glad that they fixed. My goodness. That crazy bug with the poison damage or whatever from the snakes. Stone skin. Those snakes were a nightmare, yeah. Hey, you want to get one shot? Here, for no apparent reason, this poison all applies its damage instantaneously. Congratulations. Goodbye. Yeah, that was something else. S33 says, wasn't the snake damage counted as physical or something? I'm not 100% sure on what exactly was happening, but yeah, for some reason the poison damage was all applying instantaneously. Whether it was still poison damage, but it all dealt damage all at once, or whether it was... I'm not really sure what was going on there, but I do know it would just one-shot you all the time. And I didn't get it. Ooh, these guys are... Well, we'll take them out anyways. Woo! They are very strong. Holy moly. Probably should have just skipped them, but here we are. Freaking Night Lords, bro. Okay. Enough of that. Mumbo jumbo. Neothek always kills you with corpse explosion. Yeah, he does. You gotta... The best way is to kind of do like what I'm doing here, where you, Kelly stomp him, and then just kill him super fast. Before... See, like, it only takes like 3 tornadoes to kill him. It's like, plus the mercenaries poke, like, stabbing him. So... But yeah, most people would be a caster. They'd be like over here, like trying to hit him with stuff like this, like you know, which is usually what I would be, you know, what I would do too, I guess. But this character with the summons, with the wolf and the bear and the mercenary and the cyclone armor and everything, I can just Kelly stomp and be okay. Because this is such a great build, you know. Low-key S-tier Neothek farmer. Nope, change my mind. Ooh. I wasn't expecting to just die instantly like that. I expected to see my life go down. Yeah, I mean, I think that's definitionally, definitionally, that's called getting wrecked, I believe. I'm not an expert on definitions or anything. Did I battle order up? Thanks a lot, chat. I knew it. Yeah, chat, you guys made it so I forgot to battle order up. Thanks a lot, chat. They definitely had Might Aura, yeah. I thought I'd be fine though. I seen the Might Aura. You know. Another key. Let's go. Round shield. Is that yeah, Moser's. Yeah, okay. 196. Not really worth anything. I mean, on a playthrough, it's cool to find or something, but I did find one of these on a playthrough before. Jam a couple diamonds in it on a playthrough. Nasty. Just nasty. It's not a bad shield, but yeah, definitely overshadowed by other stuff. Yeah, I need to trim my beard. Thing's getting itchy. Dankroot says, classic Neothek moment, right? Classic Phil moment right there. Man, look how low-key good this build nuked instantly. That's what did it. I said the build was actually good at farming Neothek, and then I instantly got nuked. That's really what it was. Another key, oh my gosh. This key luck is abnormal. Getting 2 keys in a row, even on players 8, is unheard of from Neothek. I got 2 in a row on P1. I remember back in the day, the keys from Neothek were worth like 5 times as much as the other 2 keys because like they were so impossible to farm. I think nowadays, isn't the ones from the Summoner the most expensive because the Summoner stinks so much nobody wants to run them? And like the runs take so long because you don't know where to go. But they're not like that much more. Like I feel like the Countess keys and the Summoner keys are like 1-to-1, and then the Countess keys and the Neothek keys are like 1-to-1, and then the Summoners are like 3-2 or something. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't trade for this stuff very often. I didn't notice that diadem there, but I thought I remember seeing the trade values like that. Act 2 Merc good with the Wind Druid. I go with the cold one, just for more survivability, safety with the aura. Act 2 cold. Is it absolutely the best possible one you could absolutely for sure have no matter what? I think it's the best, but you know, I don't think it's too consequential really. I mean, at budget wise, if you have like suboptimal gear, having the cold aura is always going to help you out a lot. So that's why I originally got it and just kind of stuck with it. Ooh, my goodness. So I think the cold aura one's probably the one to go with. Go for the ZZ top beard? No. I'm about at the max of my beard right here. I don't know why I took that. Guess that's no good. Whatever, we'll identify this just because. It's almost a pre-buff staff. Enchant, energy shield, chilling armor, 2 to Sork skills. I mean, it's 2/2/1, so it's not. Plus, I mean, you'd want to make a memory staff for more stuff, but it's kind of funny. I didn't really expect to have even anything interesting to look at on it. But I mean, 4 chilling armor, 4 energy shield staff, 3 enchant. I mean, level 52. I couldn't imagine, but just interesting. Get this. 35k gold, always nice. Yeah, no, it wasn't worth it. It's just interesting, you know, just interesting. Just that it was kind of like, you know, it's kind of on the way. It could never be better than like a, you know, even like a pre-buff memory or something, but interesting. I don't know. East Coast expecting hail. Gotcha. Yeah, it must be the storm that just came through Michigan last night, I'm guessing. Lucky for me, it kind of like the storm split where, like my house where I live, so we didn't get too much. It literally was just like windy for like 5 minutes and like rained really hard for like 5 minutes, and that was it. But like there was tornado sirens going off. You could hear them in the distance and stuff, so. You have a shelter in the ground. I mean, I'm currently in my basement, if that's what you're getting at, Chicho. I don't specifically have a storm shelter, no. It's rude. Maybe not that. Maybe not that important. 3 hates for 3 destruction keys. Kind of easy, so you assume maybe more Neothek. People do more Neothek. Yeah, with being able to read the map like this and knowing exactly where to go, I'm pretty sure Neothek is much faster to run nowadays, and you don't have to worry about getting, well, maybe I have to worry about it, but in general, you don't have to worry as much about getting destroyed. Oh, Dimples, get it. Only, it doesn't have to make sense. Take the topaz. Physical boa better than cold. I'll be honest, I hardly ever play boa because I just do not like the boas very much. So, alt, I can't really give you a good opinion on that. I just don't play them because I don't like them. anytime I have played him, I didn't really like him too much. Thousands without power, you say? Gotcha. Yeah, yeah. Where I live, I just got super lucky. You know, we were watching the storm come in. I was like, ugh. I actually went to the gas station. Oh, did I misread that? Oh no, there it is. I didn't go far enough. But I actually went to the gas station and I didn't have any gas because over the winter you don't cut the grass. I don't want the gas to get old. I didn't feel like, you know. So I went and filled up the gas can. Like, yeah, I'll need it for cutting grass soon anyways, and just in case the power goes out. And then it was just like maybe maximum 40-mile-an-hour winds, and it like rained hard for 10 minutes or something. That's like all I got. But it was like bright ass red, and then it just all turned like yellow on the Weather Channel. You know what I mean? So got lucky. Chicho. I didn't know. See, I kept that secret until my MF addiction. Well, to be honest, it's kind of a long story, actually. Not that long. But I didn't really play a lot of Diablo 2 when I met her. Another key, my gosh. I didn't play Diablo 2 when I met her, and then I didn't play Diablo 2 for a pain lighting. No, not the right side. Pretty much I was just like, what video game do I want to play? I don't want to buy a new game. I'll play Diablo 2. And then I made a few videos just because I was like, what am I going to make videos on? I kind of know about this stuff a little bit, so I'll just make about the things I know about. And then she did get mad at me for a little bit because I was like, I started like getting a lot of views on my videos. So I started like working all day and then coming home and then making YouTube videos all day, or like all night. And she was like, you sit in the basement all day. Like, stop going and sit in the basement playing video games all day. But she didn't know that like at one point there I started making more money on YouTube than I did at work. So then she was less upset about it. Which, I mean, I could understand. You're in a relationship with somebody and they just sit in the basement playing video games all day. I could see that. I could see that being something you got mad about. Completely rational. Didn't know I was a farmer, yeah. Simple old country boy, just always farming. But yeah, it was her that talked me into doing this full time, so you know, can't complain, right? Well, if you made more money making videos, why are you still going in that factory? I was like, excuse me? You want me to quit my job to play video games full time? Okay. Really twisted my arm here. Siberian tiger. Live on Lake St. Clair, you say? Okay, all right. I know where that is. Insert more farming analogies. Right. What do we got? Oh, we got like 1 second left. DMC says girlfriend convinced to do barbecue competitions. Interesting. Okay. Gotcha. You say you're good at it. Is that tornado? Wait, what? Hold on a second. Make sure I don't die here. Ooh, mask. Let's go. Athens something. Is the tornado cold? I don't know what that means, Mensa. I honestly have no idea what that means. Dry Hills, Halls of the Dead. Farm Countess for Lum, what difficulty? I don't know if you can get Lum from Nightmare. I know for sure you can get Lum from the Countess in Hell difficulty. Not sure about Nightmare though. I don't remember how high Nightmare goes up to. Oh, I'm sorry. The tornado question. I don't know why I'm playing a tornado druid, but we were just talking about bad weather. So I thought this was a question about the weather. I was like, I don't get it.
Can I help you?
Tornado's physical damage. Please forgive me. I do have to get my daughter from school today, yes. Yeah, back to school after midwinter break or whatever it's called. Spring break? No, I guess it's spring break. My bad. That was real dumb of me. Steve-O said Pendle was out of items. Unfortunate. You'll get something next time. Yeah, the tornadoes from the druid here are physical damage. Yeah. Mikey, yeah, my bad. Boy, sometimes I do say things I feel real dumb. That'll be all right. Oh man, I always forget. Is Sacred Rondash the good base? Or is it Sacred Tarj? Which is the more preferred one? I forget. It's still not bad. I'll keep it. Ooh, okay. I'll keep and give it away, but I forget what everybody wants. Tarj is best. Gotcha. And I have Rondash. Okay. Well. I guess nobody would. Exile's expensive enough that people usually wouldn't make it in a bad base, right? Tornadoes are crazy. They are kind of crazy. You never know where they're gonna go sometimes. But on P1 they wreck, right? On Players 1 they wreck. See. Yak Snack saying, wish the druid had Nados. You'd have to play like Reimagined or something to get that, I'm sure. They probably have it over there. Summon up sharks into your tornadoes. Large chance of open wounds, probably. Yeah, I mean, it checks out. Checks out. Oops. Didn't mean to grab that. You guys are getting bananas over here. Peacocks, come on. For the druid to summon up peacocks. You guys are getting crazy. Alrighty. Look at the time here. I'm gonna have to go pick the kid up from school pretty soon, so we're gonna go ahead and call that a day on the stream. Appreciate y'all joining me. Thank you, anybody, channel members, anyone who a few super chats today, gifted memberships. Thank you guys all for supporting the channel. Honestly, it is no joke. I say it all the time, but it's always true. All y'all support make it possible for me to keep streaming and making videos and stuff here on this YouTube channel. So then thank you guys all so very much for supporting the channel. Even just hitting the like button, all that good stuff. So I appreciate y'all. Peace out, fellas. Don't forget, keep slaying. Ooh. Peace out, fellas.